Check one. Check. Mic check. Check.
My friend Cody, he was the best man at my wedding. He and his wife, they had a house in
La 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 la.
Florida.
There we
A
go.
friend of ours named John just stayed with them.
So there's that part.
He's
Hang on.
staying with them because
Hang on. And boom. There we are.
he's staying with them because
Hey, everybody. How are we doing? Hope everybody's having an awesome and amazing evening. I'm sure you can hear JL in the background. He will be joining us shortly. Team Skeptic has not arrived yet. He may not be here. It all depends on what we can do with the demon. So, yeah. I know Irish, you guys probably just came over from Irish Demon's live chat, his stream. Hi, cutie. Just came over from his stream where, yeah, he's stuck in Atlanta. Awesome. So fun. Tina, what are you doing? Hang on a second. Wait, come back here. Stop it. Tina. No, that's not what I want to do. What is going on here? Okay. Well, I'm starting to get a little irritated with this YouTube stuff. It's not working very well. All right, whatever. Yeah, hide all the booze. We don't have any booze here. Well, I have one booze. She's upstairs, but that's it. Hello, everybody. Hey, Elizabeth. I don't have the usual setup because I've got guests. We're doing things a little bit different.
Mimi calls me Boo Boo.
Oh, okay. Silly girl. Let's see here. Excuse me. My goodness. Who's driving to Atlanta? I'm not driving to Atlanta. I don't know. He'll be here. He'll be here. You can take over for the bum if he doesn't show us his primates. Stop, puppy dog, stop. So here in a second, we just had some food and whatnot. So give me a second. We're still kind of putting all the things together. Hey, Rachie, good to see you. Good to see you, Asa. Good to see you, Prime Red, Craven Mordig, Marvel Girl, Beach 8, Strange Ear, 2AHD Cat. Stop. Fiery Waikikamoo Cow, N.A. Keith Newton. My goodness, so many folks. Beverly Proudfoot, Mimflow 786, Gary IOW. Good to see you all. So many peoples, so many folks. Happy to see all of you here. We're gonna see what we can do. Hey, Clifford Reynolds in the house. So, two things before we get JL on here. Hey, Mrs. Nicole. Good to see you. Two things. So, in the background, Fiery says I have a ton of booze here. Yeah, buddy. In the background, there's some things that kind of developed with the Schrodinger's cat and the services and whatnot. And Nicole and Tina contacted me and to see if I could make it out there. And we have made it. We've booked, made the logistics and whatnot to get out there and back. And if anybody wishes to contribute to that, you are more than welcome to. I'm sure that Tina will share a link. What is going on over there? Kids being kids. That would be greatly appreciated. I don't want anybody to feel like they have to, because again, that's not what it's about. I'm glad I'm going to be able to get out there and say goodbye to my friend and be with Mrs. Cat, Mr. Schrodinger's cat, and whatnot as they do their, as going through that difficult time. So yeah. Hey, I don't know what's going on over there, but we need to stop it, please.
sorry,
Silly kid. Yeah, you should be sorry, JL. It's all JL's fault. He's over there causing a ruckus.
they're kids. Be kids.
Yeah, they're kids. Yep. JL's getting everybody in trouble. JL's over there saying, I'm going to get you guys full of sugar and soda and shake you up like a soda can and let you run around.
You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'll tell you on the stream.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, so...
I'll be like when the grandparents come in.
Okay, so Tina says, made it, don't need any more. Awesome. Works for me. So, even better. Just let me know, Tina, what I need to do to make sure. So, there you go. That's even better. That's great news. So awesome. Thank everybody so much. Everybody who's, Simon, Mitchner sent a pretty sizable donation for that, so I really do appreciate it. And hey, Charlie West, good to see you. So yeah. Oh, Kyrie from Kyrie Texas paid. Wow. Well, Kyrie, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. It means a lot to Nicole, Tina, everybody involved. I am just a big kid. Hey, Dan Hevel, good to see you. Just an hour from Irish team to meet up with them. Well, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to go. I didn't know how I was going to make it happen logistically, and then with scheduling and whatnot. And then some things changed on that end, and so we were able to make it work. And a lot of people around here has helped out. Big helps. I really do appreciate it. JL's probably sitting, on the floor stuffing Legos up his nose. Yes, he is.
That is precisely what I mean.
That's exactly what he's doing right now.
Why am I not doing that?
That's true. Hey, Angel Rivera, good to see you. Things are a little different because I'm having guests in-house. I'm not doing stream labs, so things are looking a little different. No, I'm not doing stream yard. I'm doing stream labs. It's weird. I need to get rid of this and go back to, I don't know, figure something out. But, yeah. Anyway, so that's where I will be. I'll leave Monday, fly into Norfolk, Virginia. My wife's looking at me with these, like, I hope your plane crashes. Kidding. She's not saying that at all. She's actually just paying attention to what I'm saying. But we'll be flying into Norfolk, and we'll stay at a hotel there. I'll meet up with Nicole and fam and whatnot, and we'll do what we have to do and see what see how it goes. I've never been really good at those types of things, but Mark says not going to Atlanta on a Friday night. No, I actually. Here in a second, you're about to, well, I don't know if you'll be able to see everything, but I made a whole mess of food, right? I made some tacos, I made some chili, all kinds of stuff. So, for when Team and JL and Irish got here, they wouldn't have to worry. My wife went out, she bought, she got, what did you get? You got a key lime pie, you made a Ritz cracker pie, the tres leches cake, brownies. We had all this stuff here, that way whenever they got here, they could just eat. And we could do the live stream, and it was going to be awesome. And then, nature said, no, that's not going to happen. We're going to keep Irish in Atlanta because Atlanta really wants Irish to be here. What are you going to do? So, yeah, absolutely. And Aza, you are absolutely. I will take as much, if not all, of the love to Virginia and leave it with Schrodinger. So. Bring my rubber boots. Oh, no. Worry if the wife gets extra. And she did, actually. She did get extra insurance. Oh, no. And I upped my insurance, too. Holy monkeys. Oh, jeez. Patty says you don't have to be good at it. You just have to be there. Yeah. I have a typo in the video. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. I wrote it real fast. Let me edit that. I wasn't even paying attention. Man, there we go. Hey, Commander Darklight, good to see you. Marvel Girl says, I made sure to put you up in the best no-tell motel and got you a great sky blue caddy. Oh, boy. Does it bounce when it drives? That's all I want to know. And I forgot to ask you, Tina, are we paying for this hotel by the hour? Or do we get like a discount rate? I'm just curious. See my wife over there just shaking her head at me. She's about to throw something at me. It's her fork. She's going to finish eating, and then she's going to throw a fork at me. So, Dan Hatfield, yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I've got tons and tons of food here. So, I made my chili. 2HD Cat, I wish you were here for the chili because I think you and I had this discussion. I think you would really dig the chili. You got Team and JL coming too? I'm jealous. Out of the loop. Well, look, Rachie, you just hop on a plane and head on over, and you come hang out. No. Key lime pie and tres leches says yum. Yeah, Cripple Cat. My wife, she wanted to make sure that Irish Demon left with as much weight on him as we could possibly fit. Excuse me. That's just the way it goes. Just the way it goes. So yeah, it's gonna be a really busy week for me this coming week, which is it's fun. I don't do a whole lot of traveling, and I think the last time I was on a plane, I don't remember the last time we were on a plane. It's been years. It's been years. It's been like 10. Well, let's see. I was on a plane when I flew out for my grandmother's funeral in 2012. So 10 years. My goodness. Yeah. No, I take that back. I was on a plane to Minnesota in 2014. So there we are. Hey, Randy Nicole. Hey, Ida Pimp, you to hold. That's Randy Nicole. Gotcha. Well, like I said in email, have to run the shop. Yeah, I know. Life, man. I get it. I get it. Jason, we're not going to address that simply because A, it's really none of our business. B, it doesn't make a difference. It really doesn't. There's a great line in The Crossroads. I don't know if you guys have seen this film. I've seen it because, it's got one of the greatest shred scenes in the world. But there's a scene where Eugene is asking Willie Brown about Robert Johnson, and he says some people say this, some people say that, talking about how Robert Johnson died, and Willie Brown says, well, I know the cause of death, and he said, really? Yeah. I said, no, it means the same thing. Dead is dead. So like I said, we're just going to leave that away. We're not gonna address it. I understand people are curious. I understand why you're curious, for a little bit of closure and whatnot. Honestly, it's not my news to tell, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a sensitive thing. So it's a sensitive thing for all those involved, and I can understand why. I hope you guys understand. I'm not trying to be a dick. I really not. Let's see here. We've got any word? Nope. And they say booze. I have enough for a few days. Says NANA. There you go. Mystique Tina Jones says the Terminal remake stars Irish. Yeah, except he speaks English, and he's not having to learn English. If he only spoke Gaelic, that would be kind of funny. But Chris Durham, you've never been on a plane. You don't tell me you've been on a plane. Randy says, Johnny O, can't believe you haven't made cherry cobbler. I know, and I'm a cherry cobbler person, like cherry cobbler, cherry pie. So that's just, I don't know why. My wife doesn't really particularly care for cherry. I wanted to make an Irish and apple pie, like a real Southern apple pie, but we didn't do that. We did something different. We might still make it because he's going to be here for a while. So. This is non-alcoholic, by the way. It's ginger beer and, gosh, what is in this? Topo Chico. That's what it is. AZ Jeep Girl, welcome to the Rockaholics. Thank you so much for becoming a new channel member. I really do appreciate all that. I don't have the cool things going right now, unfortunately, because I forgot how to do all that stuff. I haven't used this software in so long, and I say so long, but I haven't used the software in a while, that I forgot how to do the on-screen, whatchamacallit. I just haven't done it. Cobblers are easy to make. They are. I just didn't do it. I know. My goodness. Let's see if I can find this. What is it called? Is it... No. What is it called? I don't even remember what it's called. And I've upgraded to Windows 11 on this computer, and I haven't really played around with it. I just want to see them all. Show them all to me. Here we go. There's got to be more. I'll get more. Nope. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I really don't. Amtrak. That's an interesting. You're coming from. Yeah, that'd be kind of a cool train ride. Peach cobbler, yeah, peach cobbler, especially if you get that real deep, yeah. Yes, I am using OBS, so I'm using Streamlabs OBS, but I had programs and all this stuff. I just can't remember what I was using to get it in here to bring in the chat, which I'm terrible. It's bad. I used to know this stuff like, oh yeah, and then I stopped using it for like a couple of weeks, and it just goes. It just, yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? This is what I want. All apps. I'm gonna find it because now I can look at all of them. I'm starting to learn this Windows 11. That's right. Cripple Cat, welcome to the Plot Hole Crew. Thank you so much for becoming a new channel member. You are awesome. I really do appreciate all of my channel members. You guys are great. I knew I was going to find it. Okay, now I got this. Excuse me. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Let me get... We're gonna see if I can't make this work. So... Carl's Order of the Squirrel says Windows 11 sucks. I haven't messed around with it too much. It's not too bad for what I'm doing. Not too bad. My wife likes Windows 11. The Pi. I'm sure the Pi is great. Let's see. What is going... Now this isn't working. Ah, dang it. You know, hey, and the George said good to see you. Let's see. Aha, there we go. We're getting there. I promise. We're getting there. Probably should have done all of this stuff before. Okay, there's that. Sweet, there's that part. Now I need to get this part over here. We're getting there. We're getting there. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Hi, you want to sit down and join us? Okay, do your thing. Do your thing. And there's this. You did? Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 There we go. See, we're working on it now. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Oh wait, I think I have it locked. Sorry guys. I'm better than this. I really am. It's been, you know, it's been a time. You guys see that okay? Good. All right. Sweet. Now I can do this. Now I can go back to, if I can find them. Let's see here. Hang on. Well, this thing won't stop moving. Well. All right, fine. Well, if the next ones that come in, they'll be up there, and it'll be awesome. Or something like that. Hey, Beth says, hi, Johnny O. Getting ready for a blizzard in Cape Cod. Lovely, but it's great. I am a little concerned when I get over there because, again, I'll be in Virginia next week on Monday. Or, I'm sorry. Yeah. I leave Monday afternoon or Monday evening and arrive Monday night in Virginia. So I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to work out. Hopefully we don't have to deal with so much negative and bad weather, but it is what it is. Hey, Chew. I am well. I hope you're well. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. JL is out. He's letting his food settle. The wife's letting her food settle, and they're both going to join here in a minute. So it's going to be some fun. We're going to have some people on. We're going to do some chit-chatting and chat with all you guys in the side chat, kind of give you an update of what we got planned, what we got going on. So absolutely looking forward to everybody, seeing everybody. If you can make it to the trip, it's going to be so much fun. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to get back from Virginia. I'll leave Virginia, I think, the second, and I'll like the pit stop in New York for a bit. So I'm going to actually get to see New York. I've been to New York, kind of, but it was like I'm in New York for half a second, then we're in Niagara in Canada. But so I'm looking forward to that. And then from New York, I'll be back in Texas. And then I'll be here for like a day, go to work for one day, and then fly out Thursday to whatchamacallit. So, yeah. Ever been in a Turkish prison? No, I've never been in a Turkish prison.
Which one is the mild?
What's that? The one in the big stock pot. That's the mild chili, not the crock pot. Mrs. Schrodinger's cat said the snow will be gone Sunday. Johnny, will be cold though. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be pretty chilly. I'll make sure and whatchamacallit. All right, we got guests. Hang on a second. Let me find. Which one is it? Is it this one? There he is.
Which camera am I on?
You're on this camera.
I don't know where I'm looking.
I don't know. Where's my camera? Where's my camera? There's JL Warren.
Hey. This is so weird. I don't have headphones.
Do you want some headphones?
I'm not gonna be able to hear anything.
I mean, that's true.
You're sitting right there, so.
That's true.
Is this my mic?
You know,
Which mic?
whichever one you want. They both should be
They're
good.
both hot.
Yep.
Remove that. This is the swag I got for Irish. So
Sweet.
it's not here, fortunately, but I guess I can.
Yep.
We're good here.
We're good. Whichever one you like.
Awesome. My phone is currently dead, so I can't watch the live set, so I can't see the comments that are coming in. But hi everyone, JL here. I'm back here in the state of Texas.
The interesting state of Texas.
The state of Texas.
It's interesting that I need to boost his audio.
My low.
Which one Which one are you using? Are you using?
I pulled this one closer
Okay,
because it's
cool.
adjustable.
So we'll go this, and then we will do. Is that better?
How's that? Test.
Go ahead.
Testing.
Testing 1, 2, 3. I think you should be good.
We're good.
Yeah. It's the battle of the beard, says Sean Alexander. Oh, there's a little bit of a delay between the chat and what we got going on. So we may have. They were saying that you were turned off, and I had you turned. Now you're turned back on.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
Awesome.
yeah, so Mystique says now you're good. Awesome. It is not the battle of beards. We don't battle each other often.
Little swords every now and then.
Little tummy sticks, whatever. Hey Simon, good to see you. Aza says hi, JL.
Hello, Aza. Good to see you.
Beth says hello. And Mr. Andrews says, "Oh boy, multi cameras." Yeah, I got another one. Hang on a second. We can just really fuck it up, and then boom, now we got another one. Hey, how about?
Camera 1, camera 2.
Yep.
Camera 1, camera 2.
Yep, all over it. But we'll get Mama take it down here in a little bit, and she'll join us. Raging says, JL who? Just kidding. Hope you're well, even though you can't see this. Grinning face with sweat.
Okay.
Just got the hots for you. So yeah, you came in yesterday. You drove in from Oklahoma yesterday, stayed with some friends, and you kind of hanging out. And then you ran a few. Oh, Chris Durham says Warren can't see any. Warren can't see any, and then a whole bunch of ghosts.
Thank you. Yes, because ghosts are alternative energy. We have to remember this. This is an important distinction that has to be made.
That's right. Cripple Cat says, "Hey JL." Mr. Andret says, "Audio's good. Not now." I think he meant now. Fix the faces. There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Nothing I can do about the faces. But
damn.
Irish has been delayed.
Stuck in Atlanta.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Malort. Oh, Stephen Cup of Reason says, "How long was the drive, JL, and how was it?"
So the drive down from where I am is about, to get into Plano where my friends live, is about 5 hours, a little over 5 hours. And so the majority of that spent obviously in Oklahoma, but it's about an hour from the border to the Dallas area. So yeah, but it's straight. It's pretty much just down 75. You get on 75 and just truck it all the way down.
Yeah, you take 75 from it's 40 to 75, right?
I can't remember what the it's 75 turns into 69 at one point, and then 69.
Yeah, you bet it does.
Then 69 to 75, but and then 69 to 75 Central comes into Texas. Because it's 75 all the way down, because 75 turns into Washington, and Washington Ave is the one that
takes you to
that runs through the city I live in. So
yeah.
I just have to drive over and get onto Washington, take that straight down, and and then there's like one turnoff point that you really want to take, and that's the Indian Springs, where I did the midway point where I was saying hi to everybody in that video, in the little short I gave. You get out of Indian Springs, best brisket burgers you could possibly have. They're fantastic. And then just picked up from there, and then I did my last one when I arrived at my friend's place when it was all dark outside. So, but it's really, really cool, and it's a fun drive. It's pretty. I love the country out there, and pretty. It's pretty uneventful. I think I saw one Oklahoma highway patrol on the way down. So
It was probably just a car.
yeah.
Not even in it. I don't know. That place.
But yeah, it was an uneventful drive, and it was a little rough because, I mean, just a little bit because that very morning, the morning that we left, or the morning that I left, the morning that I left, we dropped Jingles off at the vet. I dropped him off at the vet for his surgery, and because of his kidney condition, it's always risky, going into surgery because under anesthetic. It's hard to tell how they're going to react, but they did the enzyme test and everything, and then we got word that he came through the surgery just fine. And my wife went and picked him up at 4 a few hours ago. Picked him up at 4 o'clock, and he is just happy as can be and just glad to be home. So he has looked fantastic. I put the picture up on the community page so everybody could see him. And but yeah, he's home now and just excited to be home. And so I think we're through the worst of it. So now he's going to be on his meds for a while, and hopefully the prostate hypoplasia that he was suffering from, I think that will begin to reduce because he's no longer producing those hormones, and so that will shrink and then alleviate the stress on his colon and his bladder, and his quality of life will really improve. So that's what we're hoping for.
Well, that's good. That's good, man. So we got a couple of people. Cripple Cat says, at JL, love the purple beard, matches my hair. And then we've had a few come in who've said hello. We've had, let's see, Bob Nodell's Gyroscope says, hey there at the plot hole. And, JL too, of course.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I appreciate it. Yes, it's purple. I was going to be out of town for the 1st. And I want to change the color every month for something to bring awareness to something. And this is for Cancer Awareness Month. So February is Cancer Awareness Month. The color is purple. So I will keep it purple to the end of February. Yep. And I wanted to... I actually wrote through on the calendar on my planner exactly what color it's going to be every single month. So
you're that person.
Yes.
Yeah, you are that person. I have noticed that. The Triggered Limey says, evening, fellas. Hope you're well. Sorry I called the TSA on Demon. Best super expensive international phone call I have ever made, though.
Can I sit down with you?
No.
No?
No.
It's about having minors on stream.
So yeah,
Look at the dog.
did Stream Elements break? I don't know what's going on with Stream Elements. It's weird because I could have swore I turned off Streamlabs, all that stuff, but now Streamlabs and Stream Elements are fighting each other. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. You never can tell. I was driving 90 and a 70 or 75 when I-35 passed an OK Highway Patrol. Didn't even try to pursue. Think they were happy I was getting out of Oklahoma.
Get out of the state.
Fine, get out of here. You're allowed to drive that fast on the way out. Oh, man. We were, this years ago, we were comparing different states' law when it comes to, or not laws, but punishments for DWI and DUI.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why we were talking about it, we had, of course, we're here in Texas, and it's pretty strict, right?
They're hardcore.
If you get popped, it's really expensive.
It's also really who pops you, because Texas state laws are really intense, but different jurisdictions, or I would say different law enforcement offices. Because if you get caught by, if you're drunk driving, you get caught in Dallas and Dallas proper, that's one thing. You get caught in one of the suburbs, that's also different.
So here's the thing.
You get caught by Texas DPS, that is your ass. They zero tolerance.
Well, but here's the thing, right? And we figured this out. I figured this out a long time ago, way back when I was younger, and I knew where to drive. I was stupid, right? You know what I mean? It wasn't like I said, hey, let me go get hammered and drive. It was always some stupid reason why, whatever. It doesn't matter. But if you drove through a couple of the smaller places intoxicated, you would never get a DWI. Right? They would pull you over. And these are the places that if they said, hey, I need you to get out of the car, you get out of the car. Because what they want to do is hit you for public intoxication. And there's a very interesting reason for that. DWI money goes to the state, whereas PI money goes to the arresting precinct.
Ah.
So, yeah, that's what they did. They'd rather get their quick $500. You spend a night in the tank, and then boom.
It's weird. It was.
Don't do that, by the way. Don't drink and drive.
It's
not worth it. It's not worth the trouble. Get there's Uber, there's Lyft.
Do not bank on what that officer's going to try to do.
Exactly. Just Do the right thing.
I remember one time, and this was so embarrassing. I was actually doing a play, and I was in Plano, Texas, and so we were having kind of like an after party. So it was a really, really good show, and we decided to go out to one of the local bars. It was what the heck was the name of it? It was an Irish bar over in Plano, over in old downtown Plano.
Not Murphy's, was it?
Oh god, it started with an anyway. So if you're going down
Yeah.
Plano, it's right there. It's one of the oldest ones there. So anyway, we were down there and we were drinking and everything was good, and nobody was driving. It was like that, but because they were starting to close up, we wanted to let them clean the table, so we adjourned to the patio where we could smoke and we could just hang out and sober up a little bit and make sure everybody was okay to drive home, but nobody was leaving just yet. So we're sitting on the patio of the bar, and obviously within the confines of the bar. And then the Plano PD rolled up. Plano PD rolled up and was just doing sobriety checks, I guess, or whatever. But everybody had to give our IDs. So we all hand over our IDs, and they ran them real quick just to make sure, and talk to us, make sure everybody's good, nobody's driving. So apparently, I had an old warrant. A really old warrant that I never paid, that I never took care of, and it was for what the heck was it? It was something so silly, and if I had just taken care of it, it would have been like $50 and I'm done.
Right.
But I guess I forgot or something.
David Keller says, was it the Blue Oyster Bar?
No, it was not the Blue Oyster Bar.
You know what that's from, right?
Yes, I do.
Da-da-da-da-da.
And how Hightower was just like, yeah, and all the guys were like, eh. So, and the joke that he knew exactly where the bar was, the exact cross street. So that
Was that No, that wasn't Hightower. That was
Hightower was the big black guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that was Proctor who knew the exact address.
Yeah, Proctor who knew the exact address.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh, it's over there, blah 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 blah. And
Yeah.
it was like. And I think it was something like they have a really good lunch menu or something like that.
Well, so they were looking for a good salad bar.
A good salad bar.
And then Steve Gutenberg's character was the one who said, "Hey, go check out, give me the address."
So they did a quick like sobriety check, and they took our IDs and they ran them. It was this really old warrant that was like I think almost 2 years old, and they picked me up on it. So there I am, amongst my castmates, and I got arrested. So I got arrested for this outstanding warrant that was like that. So Plano PD picks me up, and it wasn't. I don't even think it was. Was it even a Plano PD warrant? I don't even think it was a Plano warrant. So they pick me up, they take me in, I go in, I get processed. I was from the point of arrest to letting go. I think I was in there like 2 hours. Because, and I kid you not, this is where it's interesting. Normally, they take you in, they process you, fingerprint you, do the whole thing. You get your little rubber shoes, you get your little striped pajamas, and then they put you in. They put you in general population. And I'm in this little cell. So I'm sitting in this cell, and there's like 20 other people, and they're all asleep. And so I'm in here, and I just kind of like sit. I'm just waiting. So and the whole time is when they're running you through VICAP, and they're basically searching the database to see if you come up somewhere else, like maybe the feds have a warrant out for you or something of that nature. So they ran me. I knew there's not going to be a problem, and they run me, and then they pull me back out. They're like, okay, so this is the situation, blah, 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 yada, yada. I was like, great. Then they tell me how I'm going to get out. And it was like, you could pay to get out. At this point, you just got to pay.
Right.
We picked you up in a warrant. It was already decided you got to pay the fine on the deal, and then we'll let you go. It was like, fantastic. And so I walked in and was arrested in my personal effects. I had $150 in cash on me. I had $150 in cash that was left over from the bar, and I had my plastic. So I got $150 in cash. They tell me that to get out is $147.63.
That's fucked.
And I'm like, that in my head, I'm like, that's really specific.
Yeah.
As far as this, I mean, I don't even know how you'd get to that with like state tax on it like this. But this is me paying a warrant. Usually it'd be like $150 or like $200, but it was like just up. And the amount that's left over is exactly the amount you need to ride the bus.
Ah, to get out of there.
Was the remainder.
I see.
And I'm kind of like, well, that's bus fare. They don't think I have a car. They're taking my money.
Yeah.
They just Oh, he's got $150 on him.
Yep.
Well, how much is it for him to get a ride somewhere?
That's fucked.
And I couldn't prove this. What am I going to do? Accuse
Right,
them of
yeah.
this one? I'll be
Yeah.
like, I'm in my little striped pajamas and my little rubber shoes that squeak when I walk, and I'm like, "You're trying to rob me!" And it's like, I can't accuse them of this because
You can.
I'm still sitting here. It's like, it's like, where am I going to go? So I was like, wow. And I think my comment was, they said, okay, so it's like $147.63 to get out, and I'm like, wow. Isn't it lucky I had 150 on me? And they said, yeah, it is. And
they,
so
weren't
it's
even,
like,
they weren't even hiding it.
and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll pay it so I can get out of here. And then so I
That's-
paid it.
that's
And within
fucked.
15 minutes of paying this thing, I was walking out the door. I paid it. I literally handed them the 150. They came back with my change, put it in my hand, gave me my personal effects. I went in the little room. I got dressed again. And I was walking out the door, and my castmates were actually waiting for me.
That's funny.
When I got out, which was hilarious. But they waited like 2 hours. See, it was because in their mind, I unfortunately misspent youth. I've been arrested before. I've dealt with the process all over DFW. So it wasn't shocking to me. But these people that I was working with, these like theater nerds,
They had no clue.
They have no context. They're like panicking. Jared's arrested. Oh my god! In their mind, it's like Oz.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's like, it's not. It's literally, it's like the local clink. Essentially, when you get these, you can equate it. It's different because obviously technology is different, but it's pretty much the same. What happened to me is like in the old Wild West, where they're like, we're putting you in the clink for the night. And they just throw you in there and slam the bar shut, and then in the morning when you're served up, they just let you go.
Yeah.
It was pretty much that, but I wasn't drunk. So they took my money. I don't know how much it cost to do this old warrant. I didn't even I didn't want to push it because you start pushing against them, whatever. And I didn't want it to be problematic. So I just kind of like bent over and just accepted.
Yep.
They took, I went to jail and they just took all my money. Just like,
Oh, you're here. Yay. Hang on a second. I'm going to read this. Some old dude for $10 says, so this guy is called Irish Demon, eh? How does this distinguish him from any other Irishman? Hi, Johnny and JL and Team. Well, Team is not here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That rat bastard. He said, I need them flame.
well, he's very small.
He's a little guy. He's a little guy. He needs
He's
his...
kind of sickly.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Yeah.
Tall. What do y'all mean?
Tall. For what? He's tall for a short person, yeah.
Is he tall?
No, he's not that tall.
It's not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's like
All the love.
4'10", maybe. No, he's at least 5 foot tall,
With the complexion and facial hair of a 12-year-old boy.
and the vocal prowess of a 12-year-old boy. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm serious.
Oh, yeah, I can use this one. So I am, I will say this. I am a little relieved. Because,
That Tim didn't come?
Well, no, the Irish isn't here because Irish challenged me to do. Okay, so the challenge he laid down was I was going to do my best North Dublish accent.
Yeah.
North Dublin. So essentially, Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson, from that area. If you watch In Bruges, you get a good idea as to the accent. And then he was going to do his best Southern Georgia accent. So, and I told him I want that Southern drawl. That's what I want. I don't want that foghorn leghorn shit.
Yeah.
That it was like, oh, I say, and it's not it's not Colonel Sanders, it's not Foghorn Leghorn, it's someone who grew up in the south of Georgia. I want
Right.
that drawl, and so he was going to work on that. And I was going to work on my Irish, and I've actually been practicing it as best I can, trying to get it. And I have like another day, so I have another day of practice.
Now you have one more
so
day.
I have one more day where I can practice the little inflections like. Pronouncing your I's is O-I's, just like Mike instead of Mike. So, and then car, you say car instead of, it's like when you say where, you put the H before the W, so it's like where.
Yeah.
It's like where, it's like, oh, he's like Mike.
Where?
It's like Mike, where's the car, where's the car? And, trying to,
Yeah.
and just getting those little things down, trying to make them second nature so I can, exactly like Colin Farrell speaks. I'm pretty much going to be doing a Colin Farrell impression.
Really quick. We have an update from Irish Demon. Says, sitting here with my fingers crossed that it'll take off. So.
Oh, he's still on the plane?
No, well, they had to pull them off from the first,
okay.
and then they changed flights and all that stuff. So hey, I don't know. Does that mean? What about JL's mic? What do we do with JL's mic?
I went to a different mic because Erica took that mic.
Okay, so it's on now. Yeah,
It's on now?
it's How's it sound? Can we hear JL okay?
Are we good?
Let me know. Hey, puppy dogs. You going?
Beaver
Irish-
will not stop bumping my arms, and it's so freaking irritating. Here he
says,
is.
hopefully in an hour. All right. So,
It's like
yeah.
the countdown. It's the final.
Don't
Okay.
get me copyright things. Don't do it. Don't do that.
Wait, no, just doing that's not gonna get you copyright.
Go.
I've seen stranger shit.
Well, yeah,
PhD
you've been on
Tony.
team streams.
Wait a minute. Is PhD Tony here? Are you kidding me? Where are you at?
Is he really?
I don't know. Hey, Angie. Angie says, hey, Mrs. Johnny.
Hi. It's Mama Tega.
It is Mama Tega. Yeah.
I don't go by like Mrs. Ortega.
Wow. She's like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I'm me.
Hello.
All right. So everybody sounds good. Awesome.
I nearly didn't take your name. Remember?
No. I don't remember that shit. Hang on a second. I got another guest. You guys are going to need headphones for this one, though. So give me just a second. Be right back.
A little concerned about doing that as well.
Yeah.
Wait, what's up?
I have guests. You guys need headphones for this one. I'll be right back.
Oh,
You guys
okay.
entertain the masses.
Oh,
All
so,
right.
so,
Two sec-
okay, so yeah, my wife almost. You said you almost didn't take the last name. Okay,
Yeah.
So my wife was concerned about that as well because if you go look at my initials, because my last name is Warren, so it's W, and her initials are A. Oh, before we got married, were ACO. So because her last name, and then if she took my name, it would be ACOW.
ACOW.
Yep.
I don't get it.
Cow.
Oh, ACOW.
So
Yeah.
she'd be like, "What's your initials?" ACOW, and she was kind of like, she could see it coming. It's kind of like, do I do this? So now she just dropped the O. Now it's just she just
Yeah.
goes by ACW.
Yeah.
But yeah, ACOW was that for a while. So she was kind of
That's
like,
funny.
do I take his last name? Do I want this? Do I want is something I want to deal with?
Do I want to deal with? But little did you know, she wasn't talking about taking the name. She was talking about you.
I am a giant cow,
Yeah, well, I didn't say that.
Giant cow.
Holstein.
I didn't say that. There's that. Hang on just a second, JL. I'll get you
Cool.
earphones.
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! I got a little bit more time when I'm driving around in the car and I'm doing stuff because tomorrow morning I intend to be awake because this is actually cool because that means
All right, collect your thoughts.
I don't know if we. I don't know. Well, I don't know if I could tell. Say like what I did last night when I came in, because.
Got a couple of hookers in.
No, it wasn't that. Well, I mean, so I went in and I smoke on occasion, and so I don't want to get you demonetized. I'm like,
Oh.
so, but I completely laid myself out last night. I was like, so I was done. And I was like, my intention was I wanted to go to sleep because I was exhausted. I'd only got about 2.5 hours sleep before I went on the drive.
Oh, okay.
And so what happened was, and I left it, so I woke up at like 7 o'clock, like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
So I woke up at like 7 a.m. and I was like nervous about taking Jingles in because, you know, the total terror of bringing the dog in for the surgery, and this may be the last time you see the dog. And I was just like, so I was just, I got to go and I got to do this, got to be a good dog dad, can't be upset. I don't want Jingles to be upset.
Right.
So I take him in. So I didn't sleep very well. I only slept like 2.5 hours, and then woke up, did the stuff with Jingles, and then Angela and I had breakfast, and then just got packed and put everything together, and then we were out. And then I took off I think I left around 2:30. I get in about 7 o'clock at my friend's place.
Yeah.
And I was just so tired, but I was starving. I hadn't eaten the entire trip. So then, except for that little brisket, I have a little brisket hamburger on the way down. So then I was like, I'm going to go get some food, and then I'm going to smoke this that I brought with me.
Yeah.
And the reason is because my wife's mother, my mother-in-law, has a lot of health issues, and she recently got her card.
Okay.
So she can get stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So she gets stuff, and she does things with it. So I was able to go and do this, and was totally blissed out. And I wanted to wake up. My plan was I'm going to wake up in the morning because I have this day. He's coming in late. I'm going to go to Johnny's at 6:30.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go to my favorite taqueria and get a freaking breakfast burrito.
I'm gonna go to my favorite taqueria.
I am going to go to my favorite taqueria.
My favorite. Hey, by the way, not to interrupt your taqueria story, but team, can you hear me?
It's a taqueria.
Yes, I can hear you.
There he is.
Taqueria? Oh, I didn't say
Taqueria, very good. Now, can you hear JL rambling on about taquerias?
I've been able to hear JL the whole time.
He's just been sitting quietly.
All right. Everybody say hello to Team Skeptic.
Hello to Team Skeptic.
Hello, Team Skeptic.
Hello, hello, hello.
You sound amazing.
I am tired.
I thought you were gonna get some rest.
He's so.
I am getting rest. Well, I'm so I'm weird. I can go long periods of time without sleeping, but and I haven't gone a long time. I'm just a little bit drowsy,
Yeah.
ready to. I'm good though.
Can
So
are
waiting
you,
for Demon to get in.
Yeah. Can you just like lay your head down and sleep at any time and then be back awake?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Me
At
too.
any time, I
Fuck all
can
you people who can do that.
I literally I have a bed next to my computer. So when I'm working, sometimes I just go, yeah, I need to take like a 4-hour nap, and I just
Yeah.
set the headset down and go lay down, sleep for 4 or 5 hours, get up, and I'm good for 24 at times.
Nice.
So-
Well, I'm not good for that long, but I can just lay down and sleep at any time.
Yep. So I wanted to be there tonight. I intended on it, but then Demon's flight got pushed back a few hours. And then it was funny because when me and Johnny were talking about it on the phone, I had basically said, hey, I know this is probably not going to happen, but let's say worst case scenario, he doesn't get in till midnight and I can't come by tonight. We'll do this, tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I was like, of course, that's worst case, but here we are looking at a midnight arrival time. I'm like, God damn, why did I even say anything? I should have been like, hey, what if he gets here like 6:30 magically? He breaks causality and gets here faster than the speed of light.
This is great because I'm gonna have to stay awake because if Team goes to pick him up, you're gonna pick him up, right, Team?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll stay awake when I get the inevitable call that you guys are stuck somewhere over off 121.
Oh. Nah. God damn it! Why did you say something?
Yeah,
If that
says,
shit happens, you got to take an ass whooping like you just got to. That's on you. It's not my fault.
I'll keep my phone nearby so when I get the eventual call from I was like, oh, Team's calling me. I know exactly why he's calling me. Okay, where are you? We don't know. We passed some mile marker somewhere. Okay, so I'm gonna go up and down 121 until I find you.
Yeah, that did happen, y'all.
What's funny, I was in my friend Carmen's wedding recently, and my girl, hey Carmen, if you're watching, probably not, but
she's too good for us.
Yeah, well, she's awesome.
That's one way to
Calm
put
down.
Calm
down, Carmen.
Her best friend came in from Florida for her wedding back in December. So Carmen lives in Maybank. I don't know if you know where Maybank is, but it's about 2 hours south of here, southwest.
That's in that show where they start out whistling.
No.
That's Mayberry. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, my point is,
seriously, dude?
we were 2 hours south of the airport. So her friend gets in, calls, and she's like, "Okay, I'm here. It's 9:00." And then at 11, she calls and she's like, "I'm in some place called Grand Prairie." And we were like, "You're where? What?" So eventually, Carmen had to literally just tell her pull over, park. Send me your location. I'm on my way. And she just had to go retrieve her from where she was.
Grand Prairie's the hood.
Can be.
Yeah, GP. Yeah, GP.
Kind of good, yeah. I mean, if I had to pick between Grand Prairie, Stop 6,
I was going to say Stop 6.
probably would take I'd take Grand Prairie all day.
I'd take Grand
Oh,
Prairie.
yeah. Yeah, I'd take Grand Prairie over Bonton all day. Or Dixon Circle.
There's
places
there's
that are crazy down
120
there.
people in here in this
Fair
chat who are
Park.
yeah, right.
Oh, don't even.
Oh, see, I was talking to somebody about
Sock, South Oak
jeez.
Cliff.
Don't even remind me because as an Uber driver, I did Uber driving for a year. To
Yeah.
get to Subway, I was like, I'm going to be an Uber driver. This is going to be great.
Nope.
So not great. And I spent more time around Fair Park driving the insanity.
fuck that.
Oh, it's and I quit. I quit because New Year's I wound up. You always wind up downtown.
Yeah.
You always wind up
Yeah.
in downtown Dallas on New Year's, usually around Deep Ellum.
Yeah.
And so I'm down there at New Year's, and I'm making no money. And it should be just
Hand
balls to
over
the wall.
fist,
It should
yeah.
be hand over fist. There were so many Uber drivers out there. You put up a little map, and there's just cars everywhere.
Oh.
I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I competing like this? I'm sitting there going, I gotta get to him, and it's standstill traffic.
Yeah.
I was like, no. And then of course, all the times at Fair Park, all the times going to GP, all the times going, any of that. It was like, no, I can't do this anymore. So I Ubered for a year, and that was my experience. It was like, nope.
Killicut says, "Do you bench because you look like bang?" Okay, good. I don't know what the fuck that means either, but
Hey,
I-
can
I
I
do
say
bench,
hi
I mean.
to Miss Schrodinger's cat? She's
you
in
can
the
say
chat,
hi to everybody.
and,
Yes, absolutely.
would-
I was just
would
about
love to say
to
a special hi to her. So
go right ahead.
hearts are with you still.
All the love.
Yep. Lubo in China says, "When will Radjo come to the States? Probably next year. If
Yeah.
not, we'll go kidnap him."
Oh,
From
Yeah,
Radical?
right. I'm not inviting him out. I'm the only reason that Irish got here was because I signed a special order.
Oh, really?
Radical, no love.
Tell us how you really feel.
Is there a story there, or just like
No.
he knows?
We
What
just
he knows.
No,
what
he's
he
just
did.
weird. We have enough weirdos as it is in America. We need him too.
We don't need to start importing them. Then we have
Yes,
Then we have
exactly.
weirdos with accents and
Voluntarily doing it too, like
voluntarily.
unironically, saying, "Hey, come on, Radical, come fuck
While we're
America
at it,
up
let's just
even more for us."
While we're at it, let's just grab FTFE and Sir Sick, and we'll just make it a clown car.
Clown car.
Bass here for $4.99 says, "Jay, please swap the boxes below. I'm watching a lazy eye conversation winking face." Oh yeah, it's kind of weird, huh?
Oh, I
Swap
should have said
the
I should put
Because
trigger line.
no, it's because you guys you're looking at each other, right? But you're the opposite ways. So, yeah.
Okay.
Because the way the cameras work. Good call out. Let me fix that.
That's hilarious.
Thank you for that
Oh,
$4.99 by the
that
way.
is really funny.
I should have put triggered limey in that Clark. So yeah, it's gonna be Simon Dan, FTFE, triggered limey, Sir Sick, Radical. Who else goes into our clown car of foreign weirdness?
Did you get PhD Tony in there?
Well,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
he's Australian.
He's
Yeah,
still-
there's no, we can't add him. He needs his own car.
We've reached
Yeah,
max
the
capacity.
PhD clown car.
Oh, PhD clown car. So it's going to be PhD Tony, Clive Wells,
yeah.
Is it Dr. Bob?
Dr. Bob, yeah.
Dr. Bob's. Imagine just the interior of those on the drive. Imagine a road trip with those two cars. I want cameras in those.
I would want. I would have to take a notepad to take notes because in it I would have to have a pocket dictionary and thesaurus because. Yeah. Well, you gotta realize
Well,
that
you
when you're
need-
talking about the circumnavigation of the globe around the circumference of the.
In the PhD car, you need the thesaurus. In the PhD car, you need the
Professor Phil
thesaurus. In the
Bell.
other one,
Oh, yeah,
Professor Phil
Phil
Bell.
Bell,
Yes.
yeah.
So you need the thesaurus in one car. In
Stewie,
the PhD
my
car.
homie Stewie out there, he's a PhD.
You need the thesaurus in that car. You need just Urban Dictionary. Just open tab on the other one.
I need, if there's like a techie thesaurus, I need that because I started a new job this week and it's in data analytics, which I'm in a QC role, so I'm doing a lot of testing, or I will be doing a lot of testing and analysis and review and things. And I can do the work, but the conversations that are being had, like in the meetings I'm attending, I'm like,
You can just see her. She's like,
Yeah.
Hey,
what did you
I'm
just say?
I'm out of coffee.
Yeah, I'll be back.
What's that? What's that team?
I'm just gonna shut up.
That's just the best option.
It is.
Mr. E-Man says at PhD Tony requires the car for real people. That's true.
This is
Yeah,
true.
that's what we're
That's
giving
true.
him one.
People who do actual work.
That's true.
And then we're gonna cut the brake lines and push it down a steep mountain.
You're just
No.
so
Not
sweet
because we
tonight,
hate
team.
you.
No. How are we supposed to get? And we put them all together. How are we supposed to get like the Sinister Six? Because they all have
They got-
PhDs, and you give them the job market, they're all villains. We got to get them together.
That's true. A Marvel Girl for $2 says, "Make it stop." Nicole's speaking in burps again.
Shout out to Marvel Girl too.
Absolutely.
I'm barely following the chat. I'm like, when I'm in these modes right now, nobody's safe. Okay, nobody.
We're all safe.
And I want y'all to know that now. That's why I had to bite my tongue, because nobody, and I mean this in a loving and positive way, nobody's fucking safe.
In Texas, no one can hear you, team.
Hey, Elizabeth, good to see you. And Little Red Air 74 says tech for dummies.
Ah, yes.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna pick that up. I need to pick that up. The dogs are crazy.
They're going to.
JL got a kiss. Oh
Uh-oh.
my gosh, Beaver doesn't really give kisses.
He's not. He's more of a biter.
Yeah, he is.
Kisses. Look at his face.
Oh, well,
Hey,
he'll kiss you all
JL.
day.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question? What are your plans for tomorrow?
My plans were waiting to see. Well, I initially thought that tomorrow we were going to. Obviously, we were going to have dinner tonight. Then we were going to crash, and then we would meet up and do like the first day trip, and then we would jump in the car. We'd either or whatever, and then we'd go somewhere.
So look, I have midday plans that are set, that have been set for a while. But you can join us with them, and we can do whatever afterwards. So we're gonna take him to go look at some badass 4-wheel trucks, and then we're gonna go down to Harley Davidson Dallas. But we don't have to do Harley Davidson Dallas tomorrow, because he'll be here for a while, and I know you're limited on time. So, what were you talking?
I'm here while you're in town. So my plan was I was going to bug out when you guys took off to go to Vegas.
Oh yeah, Vegas.
Feel like it passed, like it
I'm
slipped.
literally.
Oh, we're just right.
I'm cunnilingus my microphone when you say Vegas. Say it again. Go ahead. Let's do it together.
So yeah, you have a stopover at the Strip.
Keep going. I'm not done yet. Keep going. I can keep going.
So
for
you
hours.
have a layover at the Strip.
All right, we got Roshan O'Neill Murphy who says, "What are we doing tonight? Gardening, drugs, crafts?" Yes.
All at the
Every
same
All
time.
the
I
above.
did
bit
one
of
of
that.
those. I did one of those last night. So
It most certainly was gardening. Stephen Alley says, "Who's the hottie?" Well,
that's right. I'm an herb farmer, motherfucker.
Stephen Alley asks, "Who's the hottie?" Well, my name is Johnny. You know this by now. Come on. All right, we have PhD
Wait. Are
Tony.
we corrected in the cameras?
Yeah.
So which way am I?
So-
am I
No,
pointing?
you're
like
still
this
here.
way?
You're still no.
So I have to point over there to go to her.
No, he
You
fixed
point
it.
at her. You're sitting right. You're sitting right next to her.
I can't see. Oh, yes, but earlier we were like looking at each
see.
other. We were
We
looking
don't
over
have a-
here.
Yeah,
We
I
don't
fixed
have a
it.
monitor.
Okay, so
Jesus Christ.
there, that direction, not this direction.
You can look at Erica. Erica can look at you. And
Let's just put her on all the cameras and just
Probably,
watch
Smack that.
Watch your subscribers just explode.
It's only if she takes her shirt off. PhD Tony says, "Hey, ya at the plot hole, Team Skeptic and Bridge the Divide." PhD Tony, it is so good to see you in the side chats. I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Looking forward to getting the.
Where'd you go? I miss you so.
Yeah.
Seems like it's been forever since you've been gone. I didn't put the music. I didn't put the tones in it. He's like lyrics.
And you're an actor?
Wow! Poof, motherfucker! Poof. So
I'm going to
ODD.
go back to school now.
Damn! I just thought of something. I can start cooking Irish Demon's food right now. Cause I'm cooking.
I'm gonna kick
Way I
you
cook
square in the fucking dick when I see you. I want you to know this, right? Because
Dude,
shut your mouth. Don't make me
my
mute you. I'm
stomach-
gonna mute you.
Listen, I can't.
Nope. Here
sleep
comes
because my
mute. Now,
Plot hole pulled
Wish
a
y'all heard
plot
of
hole. Plot hole pulled a James.
I've-
James on team.
no, I pulled the team on team. All right, there he's back.
I've never muted anybody in my life.
You are so full of shit.
Except for Conspiracy Cats one time.
And yeah, that's true. And everybody who was on your points show.
Yeah, we've been cooking since like 3.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know,
off.
I know, and I right now am so hungry that I really want to be there.
Just
Gee,
food.
there was a
drive
bunch
over
of
here.
food here.
You know where
There's
we
still
are.
a bunch of food here. I mean, if
I
Irish,
gotta try this hot chili.
Well,
yeah,
here's what I was
You
gonna
want some?
say.
Good.
Like,
I think
okay,
I definitely
so
want to jump down on it.
I need to find a time when you two guys, minus JL, is available. We don't. I didn't say JL was not allowed to be there, but he's not important, so we'll just stick with him.
jail's crying
God
right
damn
now.
it! I can't say that. I'm sorry. I'm tired, JL. Okay, nobody is safe.
I'm never coming to
Especially
pick you
my
up ever again.
I
Ever. You can walk.
I've since bought old people's car insurance or roadside
You
insurance.
need to
What
start.
is that
You
called?
need to start
Triple
carrying.
A.
AAA.
Yeah.
I
You
bought
have no
AAA
energy as it
senior
is. Start
edition.
carrying sandwiches, sir. Because when you call me, I'm not coming. Wherever you're walking from, you're walking.
I
Hang on a second. I gotta give it. I gotta.
You're
have
right.
to give an
I'm
update.
sorry.
I gotta give an update on Irish Demon. Right now, let's see. If he's able to make that 10 o'clock plane, he should be on the plane right now. Let me look it up because I've got it. Oh, I had it and I deleted it. Damn. Hang on a second.
See, this looks amazing.
No, that one was a canceled one. Yeah, he should be on right now on the
It
flight.
says,
so.
yeah, I looked at it. I looked at it right before joining, and it says that it's still planned.
Yeah, it should be. He should be on the plane. They should be getting ready to
Yeah,
push
he'll be on
back
the
here
plane
soon.
right now.
Yeah. Stephen Alley says Irish Demon was arrested trying to audit the airport.
I can walk anywhere.
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this: if he got arrested for doing that in Atlanta, I would be very proud of him. I would go bail him out and pick him up. I would sign as his personal surety. And then I'd make him sit here and work it off.
Hey, Glover Mom. Yeah, that's funny. So if he does push back,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Good.
Fuck you, team.
What did I do?
see, you hear that? Say that again.
Oh man,
Is team
I
not
know.
coming anymore?
You hear that?
Tell her.
That is the
tell
sound
her
of a disappointed 7-year-old.
Listen, I'm a disappointed 9-year-old in myself right now because I hear the child crying and I feel so bad. I will come out there and eat some of that chili with Irish Demon in the next couple of days. Let me reiterate again. J.L. Warren is not important, okay?
He says he'll come over within the next couple days to eat.
Yeah.
With
I'm
Irish.
so hungry right now and I
He's
really
just-
want to be there to eat. And
He's
it's
just doing it because I'm the smallest
stuck
channel
here.
of the four of us. So I have.
I'm just gonna-
if I had more subs than him, he would just be like, I couldn't get his tongue out of my ass.
Whoa.
Who?
You.
I
Let's
know
not talk
people
about
with way
you.
more subs
Oh.
than me. You ask the people I know with way more subs how many times I hit them up.
I wouldn't know.
0 because I don't sweat nobody.
I only have your word to go off of that.
Thor Rasmussen says, "Good morning, Johnny O in chat. Thor, your shirt should be on the way. It should. Well, I think they're gonna print it, but it'll be on the way soon. So I was able to fix that.
Johnny the Pothole is the
Awesome.
biggest channel.
I'm not the. I wish I were the
first
biggest channel.
biggest channel.
I wish I were the
He is
first
the
biggest.
best. He's the best channel.
He's
That-
the
I'm
best
the
channel,
second.
team
Thank
says.
you. I mean, I get it. I get it. I'm the smallest of the bunch. Okay, but
Can we just have her one time say that Team Skeptic is the worst channel because he didn't come over for chili?
Sure.
Yeah, I can make
It's
that. happen.
okay. I deserve it.
You say it.
No, he wants you to
gotta
say
come
it.
from
you
you.
gotta say it.
I don't want to.
Here.
Oh.
Here. Now he can talk to you now.
No, I don't want to.
Well, you can
I'm
you
so
say-
sorry. Ryan, my heart is broken. I really wanted chili tonight. Am I bad or yes?
It's really good. The challenge.
It is.
Yes.
You're hurting my feelings. You're
I
cutting
also
me
made.
deep.
I also made some pretty bomb ass street tacos.
Sada.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Demon wants some gas station tacos.
No, no.
Gotta
No.
make that happen.
Oh, Dee sent a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. In fact, he says, "Plot hole. How far is team from you? About an hour ish.
Nah, about
45
45
minutes?
minutes.
Yeah.
45 minutes or so.
Yeah, so he's right down the street. He
But-
could be here. He could be here before this stream ended if he wanted to. We're just going to put that out
I
there.
know. So tired.
It's because you weigh like 45 pounds.
I eat
does
about the same amount of food every day. 45 pounds.
Oh, Dee Dee, if you have something you wanted to put on there, just at me and I'll read it out
What was I gonna say?
for certain. Pattyette says, no chili for you.
You got it. You got it.
You got this. Go.
I don't know.
Stage fright. You've never had stage fright a day in your life.
Close your eyes and say it.
Yep.
I promise not to make people unsub from your dad. It's okay. He'll still
All right,
be.
you don't have to.
I want to do it.
Do it.
Go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
Wait, I forgot what I was gonna say. Okay, I'll say it. Team Skeptic's channel is the worst because it didn't come over for chili.
No, it's not the worst. This is the second worst. My tail orange channel.
He's melting.
He is melting.
Melting.
He's just
You
doing it.
cut me
You know what?
so deep in the back. I'll come for chili tomorrow.
Stephen Alley for $2 says, how much money for team to pick up Irish Demon in the Mankini?
Oh.
Live stream.
I tell you what, you guys send what you think it would cost to get Team Skeptic and the Mankini to pick him up from the airport.
That can't happen.
I don't think he wants to get
I got it.
arrested tonight.
Team
Yeah.
Good.
Skeptic.
You can wear it. You can wear it in the car.
Yeah, you can wear it in the car and then, put on some do you wear some Daisy Dukes on the way in?
Team Skeptic.
I bet.
I'll get arrested for auditing in my mankini. Yes.
Team Skeptic, the dogs are saying hello to you.
They're the only ones that really like me.
See, I realize that what he's just saying is just
I
a
know,
rise
right?
out of me because he knows that he can.
Yep.
So,
Yep,
You know, I
that's-
just gotta ignore him. Just
You
ignore
love the
him.
lovins, don't you? River?
So how's the chili?
You scared
This
me.
chili is excellent.
Yes, isn't it?
It was amazing.
Asa says 50 pence. I think so.
I mean,
like that,
as far as
River?
like heat goes, I mean, I wouldn't
You
say
like
it's
that?
hot, but the friggin' beans.
I
are-
need at least
the
3
beans
times
and the meat are
that
friggin'
amount.
amazing.
You like the
Yeah.
head rubbins?
I have some crushed scorpion peppers. I could sprinkle some in there for you if you
Oh,
want.
yeah.
Oh, that
yeah,
sounds
yeah,
good,
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
Yep. I've also so JL, you were talking the other day about doing the Hot Wings challenge.
Oh, yeah, hot wings. I love
I've got
hot
the
wings.
last dab.
Oh, the hot
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I got the last dab.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you what happened because Angela got into the Reaper squeezes.
Oh, that's one I hear. Hang on, really quick.
God, no.
I gotta hear the story. I got a super chat coming in. Who we got? MSCB Bergie. We'll go with Bergie. For $4.99 says for the Mankini Fund. Oh,
No,
$5
yeah.
closer, team.
Yeah, I want some dessert. I want some.
Oh, Keith Newton
When the
actually.
amount is an infinite distance away,
Just
no amount makes a difference.
No, look,
Dave, just put it on and just drive down there and pick him up. That's all you gotta do.
no.
Why
Check
would
this out.
I do that?
Hang, well, because here's the thing.
Cold outside.
You don't have to get out of the car.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Exactly. I feel the same. I have the same sentiment she does.
Team, yeah, you don't
Oh
have to
my
get out of the
God.
car. Just go down there. Just go to pickup and just be like, "Hey, I'm here." And he'll come out and you'll be like, "Hey," and it's like, "I'm in the Mankini," and you put the camera right there on the dash so we can see.
Keith Newton says just get a flasher coat so you wear a trench coat.
What?
I don't have Da Bomb because that shit is nasty. It's awful. It tastes gross. It's not a good flavor. But I should get it just if we're going to do that. Hey, James Blonde 007, good to see you.
Joe,
Yes, ma'am.
what is a cow with no legs?
A cow with no legs?
Yes.
I don't know. Tell me.
Roast beef.
No, Ground beef.
Ground beef. Jesus.
Grounds.
Oh, so close.
It was
Like, how about
close.
this? Why do seagulls fly over the sea?
I don't know why.
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels.
I mean, we do eat beagles. Mm-hmm. So, well, we still
We
do
eat beagles.
seagulls.
Whoa.
All right, I have a joke. Okay.
Let's hear it.
Why do the birds fly upside down in Oklahoma?
I don't know. I did that.
Now, keep in mind, J.L. Warren lives in Oklahoma, okay?
Oh yeah, he does. He does. You're already
birds-
wheezing. You're waking me when I laugh, Daddy. But I'm trying not to laugh.
Oh, sorry.
The birds fly upside down in Oklahoma because there's nothing worth pooping on there.
Oh, jeez.
I thought you would have gone with the one, why doesn't Texas fall into the Rio Grande? Or no, why doesn't Texas fall into the Gulf of Mexico?
Here,
Because Oklahoma
this is an
sucks.
interesting fact you may want to know. On many license plates in Oklahoma, it says Oklahoma is okay. Do you know why it says that?
Why does it say that?
Because J.L. Warren can't spell mediocre.
Oh my God! Why? Just why?
There we are.
It was his raising. You got to ask him and his teachers.
So, I haven't heard from Demon. Let me see here.
Yeah. What about Demon?
Exactly. What about that guy?
What about
Nothing.
that guy?
He's currently stuck in an
Nothing
airport
special.
Yeah.
reenacting planes, trains, and automobiles.
Kidding.
I knew you.
I haven't really looked at my channel stats in a while. I didn't realize I had put on some subscribers. My goodness.
Heck, get you.
Yeah.
I'm less than 500 away from $9 grand.
Oh,
go.
dang.
About
That's
9
really
grand.
good.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate that. Absolutely. If you haven't done so and you appreciate the J.L. Warren style of accoutrement.
Oh, and guys,
Uh-oh. Hang on a second. You
Okay.
little rascal. Head over to Bridge of the Divide. JL does a lot of good shorts, and he does some cool debunkings of just bad thinking.
Mine
And
is the charcuterie board to Team's Lunchable.
minus.
wow.
Definitely minus.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Did I eat
Exactly
a
the-
Lunchable? I don't
exactly the
remember.
point.
I haven't eaten in 6 weeks,
Exactly the
apparently,
point.
so I don't remember what it was I ate last.
So, guys, if you didn't know, all of my dad's subscribers, well, when he, if he gets to 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, we're gonna wax his whole arm.
Yeah, so this is what she's done. She said she put this out there and said that if I get to 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year, now mind you, I'm less than 1,500 away. They're gonna wax my arm on stream.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Better tell
no-
Daddy to
no,
work
look.
some overtime at his regular job.
I hope to get to 2,000 by the end of the year.
Then we're gonna wax
Hey,
your
I'm gonna tell you
mustache.
something. If you had a bad Christmas, okay, this year, if you had a bad Christmas, it was because Daddy needed 9,000 subs.
She had a great Christmas. Come on.
Don't
Yes, I
blame.
did.
Hey, great is relative, okay? Check out my kid's Christmas, and then we'll talk about whose Christmas was better.
Okay.
Daddy was buying subs. He just because he got you a slab
Wow.
of sliced
Wait, no,
bologna.
wait. You're buying
Just because he
you're
got you
buying
a
for
slab of
one.
sliced bologna for Christmas to share with the family means nothing, okay?
You're buying
Nice.
for one. He's buying for four.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's sliced bologna, bread, mustard, and mayonnaise.
Oh my god, I hate mayonnaise.
Yep. Yep.
All
mayonnaise.
4 kids is taken care of, and
Yep.
the wife, right there.
Jeez. Yeah, it's exactly how it went. I spent all my money on not subs but views. Yeah. No, I didn't do that. People, next thing you know, you're gonna see Unirock live streaming. Johnny O admits to buying subs. Get the fuck out of here.
Reach out to me. Holler at your boy.
Daddy.
Why
I've got a
There's
lot of
a-
speculative proof.
There's a card stuck, like, in where you adjust the monitors, like, right in the middle, right there.
There's what?
It's because Daddy can't tech.
Talking about this?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is.
What? What?
It's a card.
It's a Hallmark thing.
Oh, I don't know what's going on. Says A plus. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gave that to you because you're the best dad in the world.
Wait, what did you give me?
Nothing. You
Not
got
a
nothing,
goddamn
Tina.
thing.
You have nothing. My dad has A plus for the best dad in the world.
This is my grade.
Well,
This is my grade right here.
again.
Yes.
Your dad is graded on a bell curve.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if that doesn't
means
matter if I'm graded in the
nothing.
bell curve.
A
I'm at the
plus
top
means
of the bell
nothing.
curve.
Just means he's at the top of
It means I'm at the top of the bell curve. No, actually, I'm at the beginning of the. I'm at
Pico
the.
Mountain stupid on the Dunning-Kruger scale, but we don't talk
Oh,
about that.
jeez.
Oh, you top left and motherfucker.
Heat Shield says, Johnny, tell little one to ask team how much his lights cost.
Ask what now? Do what? My lights?
Yep.
They're expensive.
Are they?
Yes.
Are they
I went
expensive?
out. Well, okay, hold on. I had a donation.
He's got to
that
come
came
up with a
in.
number that sounds really, really plausible.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Oh
for this.
no, I can tell you exactly how much they were. They were $130 plus tax
That's it?
a piece.
Oh, yeah.
That's it?
Okay, there we go.
That's it. That's 6.5 feet of light.
Uh-huh.
That's not. I would.
Dude,
If they could
as much as you front, I would have thought you'd have Titans.
Mama, can you bring my chest?
Just
Titans lights.
I just
What
want
are
you
you
to know
talking
that
about?
this
Can you bring my chest like this?
this one light above my shoulder almost
Mama.
got Erica to throw things at me.
Oh.
So,
well,
hang
yeah,
on a
if you're ever
second.
spending big money on lights like that, why would you do that when like the key light air and the key light are both really good lights?
Because
That
these are multi-purpose lights. They actually go to
Well,
film
yeah,
sets. So
yeah, okay, never
Yeah,
mind. If
yeah.
you're using them for if you're really doing overkill because you have them sitting around for other projects, then there's nothing better than that.
yeah, that's
Because
Well, he won't
if I
run-
could have a red camera to film, I would definitely have a red camera to film.
Link.
But at the same time, I'm not gonna go buy a red camera just to do YouTube
just the
videos.
YouTube.
You
Yeah.
know?
So Mrs. Schrodinger's cat asks the most important question. The most important question.
Let's give her the most important answer.
All right. Ask Team Skeptic to whistle.
God dog it.
Even the little one knows.
Miss Schrodinger, listen.
Shall I
there's-
demonstrate for you, team, so you have an idea
No,
of what
shut
the heck
up.
we're talking
Stop
about?
it. Tell
I
him
mean, I
to
know
stop.
you've never actually
No.
heard what one sounds like, but I can demonstrate. I can demonstrate. So
Please.
you'll be like, oh, that's
Show
right.
me up. Show me up before I even try. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, go
No,
for
no,
it.
let's let him try first.
Yeah, I wanna hear-
No,
wanna
no,
hear you.
no. I want to
No,
learn.
no,
I'm going to
no.
watch your
Just
mouth.
put your lips together and make a fool of yourself.
Wait,
So,
wait,
I
everybody,
love-
wait, everybody be quiet. We're gonna demonstrate Team Skeptic whistling. Everybody, I will do my best impersonation of Team Skeptic's whistling. Are you ready? Here it goes. I think that was spot on.
I think you got it.
Sounds absolutely not like me.
Okay, let's hear.
I
Let's
make
hear your
noise.
whistle.
So Johnny was wrong, so you need to demonstrate how he was
Yes,
wrong.
how was I
so
wrong?
feel free to go for it.
Okay.
Bella, come here.
Miss Schrodinger's cat, this song is for you. Because
here.
I hate that I'm about to butcher it because literally I was listening to it the other night and thinking of our main man. So I'm gonna try to be serious for a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna and do not hate me for butchering the song, but
Serious
this is somewhere over the rainbow,
face. Okay.
and this is for you, Mrs. Schrodinger's cat.
This is an adult show.
But hang on a second. Time out for a second. Team Skeptic is trying to whistle. Now we have to have 100% silence. So let Team Skeptic whistle. All right, here we go. Ready? Go.
All right. Oh, hold on. I have to turn off. Hold on. Let me turn off my
You have to turn off your
noise
gate.
reducer.
You have to turn off your
Yeah,
noise gate.
no. Well, I have my AI noise reducer will not recognize my whistle as human sound. So let me do it again.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Are you whistling?
I didn't know he was pulling a Pootie Tang.
I can't hear anything.
Yes, you can.
So how?
I can't. I
You're no
can't.
longer my 10th favorite child in this world.
I can't hear anything. I'm deaf.
Jocelyn wins the internet.
Everybody,
got pwned by a
do not-
7-year-old.
Hold on. I need everybody in the chat to know something right now. Please do not blame the children. It is the fault of the parents. Bad parenting, Larry. Did you see that? You see how she responded to I can't hear you. Yes, you
I
can.
literally can't hear anything. All I hear is silence.
This is the meanest I've ever. Hold on. Did I even turn off my noise reducer?
Some old dude
I
for hang on a second.
didn't. Wow. Okay.
Hang on a second. Some old dude for $10 says, "Why are my dogs barking?"
Okay. All right.
Thank you very much for that
listen,
$10 super chat.
Listen.
Oh, and somebody
turned
wanted
off-
me to remind you that you were the one who got
Take
stuck in your own chair.
It's a picture.
This did happen as well, and that was I don't know why my
Take the
chair was
charger,
supposed to support my weight. I might be eating too many steaks. I was a bit top heavy that night.
Right.
You're shaking
Okay.
the monitors.
So now that
Okay,
that
now-
I've turned off my actual noise.
Okay.
Okay.
Again,
AI
everybody,
reader,
Okay,
everybody.
here we go. Team
It's
we go.
time for the. All right. That was somewhere over
It's
the
all right.
rainbow.
I can't whistle either.
Well, it was certainly.
Neither can I.
It was certainly.
Hang on a second.
Ernest.
Hang on a second. Wait. Hang on a second. Time out. I actually did hear something
Me too.
for like a
Yeah.
half a second, but
Yeah, I whistled.
you're
Well,
getting.
the kids opened the door to the backyard, so I thought it might have been
Oh,
the wind coming
the
in.
wind coming in. Yeah.
Steal that for a second.
Yeah.
I'm done with that whole family. No chili.
Oh, no chili for you. That's your. That's really your. Your
No
loss.
chili for
Just say
me.
it on the mic. You don't have to hear yourself.
How quiet does he whistle? Because if it's that quiet, what is he doing? Is he just trying to find a random bird?
I know, right? Why is your breath smell like
Hang on a
lemons?
second. Hang on a second. Steaming Cup of Reason. Steaming Cup of Reason says sounds like a gopher farting into a toilet roll.
Best one yet.
Uh,
I like to torture the animals around here without getting in trouble by PETA. So that's how I do it.
Well, my mom says. Wait, where'd it go? She says, "Good job, Skeptic." My mom's a really. She's a saint.
I'm very good. I know this.
Mr.
Thank you,
E-Man
Mother.
says, "Yes, I can hear the wind blowing through the trees."
Now that is interesting.
Some old dude for $5 says, "Why did my goldfish just try to jump out of his bowl?"
Sounds like someone was trying to jump out
Thank
the
you for
Cadillac.
that $5 super chat, by the way.
Oh, why am I suddenly hit with this vertigo?
All right, kids, say good night.
Night.
I'm not going night night.
You are going night night.
Laters,
Good
children.
Good night.
I wanted to stay on a little bit more. I literally just got on.
No, it's good night time. Good night time.
When is it ever going to be good night time for us? We are literally up at like midnight like most times.
We're gonna
saying
pump in that
double
sleeping
today.
gas. That's what we're gonna do.
I didn't
Just
get that.
kidding.
Is Irish coming over today?
I think he is on the
Did they?
plane now, but if he gets in, it'll be in about an hour and a half, give or take. What's up, old freak? Good to see you. Andy
No,
says,
2.5
my
hours,
dogs
2.5
heard it here in Cali.
I
No,
was about
no,
to say, what plane is he flying on to get here in an hour and a half from Atlanta? I want to take that.
well, it depends. If he's pushing at 10:50, is it 10:30 or 10:50 Atlanta time? I think it was
10:40 Atlanta time.
9:40 our
Or
time.
9:40. I'm saying, yeah, not 9:40 our time.
Our time.
10:40 Atlanta. time.
Okay, cool. So he pushes it. He should push in 20 minutes after taking off, then 2 hours. So yeah, 2.5 hours.
I was about to say.
Well,
And
no,
if
they
he
had him
was
coming in.
gonna
They had him
be
coming
there
in
an
just
hour, I'd be
after.
like, what the
They had him coming in just after 11. So
What are you
when?
guys doing over there? Okay, I'm gonna go join the fun. Peace. Good night, everybody. Good night. Team
Later.
good night, good night.
Well, I'm not actually going to bed. I'm staying up until 3 a.m.
No, you're gonna go to bed.
I told you guys about the parenting over there. It's non-existent.
Wow.
We're just gonna let that happen for a minute.
So explain something to me. What I'm looking at the Harvester of Sorrow, the Metallica figures that by McFarlane Toys.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, obviously they look fantastic because I love McFarlane's level of detail that he puts in his stuff. What is in front of Newstead's face?
His hair.
Is that what? Okay, it's,
Yeah.
it's far away. I got the glare. Okay, I thought for a second I thought it was what is it? Oh, just making noises.
Yeah.
JL.
For a second there, I thought it was Hetfield's ire.
That's funny. That's funny.
JL, was that you?
Hey, there's the lovely lady who is going to beat these children into their beds. I'm kidding. We're not
You gotta
doing
learn how to fake belch. You gotta learn
Hey.
how to conjure from within.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
You gotta draw air in and then put the. She doesn't know how to respond.
Flat Derb in the house.
And the more you do it, the more air you can build up. Then you can let a
Yeah.
really big one.
And the more hiccups you get. And gas bubbles. Painful gas bubbles.
Edison Carter says, "Did someone feed them Oreos?" I did not feed them Oreos, but there is a couple of
Would you like to tell your dad about
They
the unique,
literally ate caramelized
I had just
sugar.
made
Yeah.
this.
I'm
That's
sure.
a kind of-
You should tell your dad about the unique
That's a kind of
tacos
cake.
that you made. Skittles in the tortilla.
oh
Oh, that's gross.
yeah. Okay.
Which
for
of you weird children came up with that idea?
Gonna take back the reins.
That shall be me.
Yeah.
Shall
Anyway,
we-
Simon Cowie
May the
for
force-
449. Is that
Stop hitting me.
pounds?
May the force be
I think
with
those are
you.
pounds. Hush. Says that sounded like wind, team.
It was beautiful on my end.
Thank you for that super chat, by the way. I really do appreciate it.
This is all I heard.
I wanted to run out on the porch and be like, "I'll never be hungry again."
Oh, Lordy.
It's a Gone with the Wind reference.
Yeah.
Gone with the Wind.
Gone to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe you haven't seen Gone with the Well, that was like, we watched that in high school and
Oh yeah, a long time ago.
all the time. Yeah.
Oh, it's like I'll never go hungry again or something like that. I did for those who were purists. I make sure I quoted it correctly.
Yeah. But you got to give it, Scarlet, not Scarlet.
Scarlet Hair, but it was
yeah.
Olivia de Havilland, so
Right.
it was like, I would be like, oh, Havilland, like,
JL,
Yeah.
I want to ask you. I want to ask you a philosophical question that was argued against me, and I still believe I'm right. So I want you to tell me whether I'm right or wrong. Do you believe that murdering somebody, killing somebody, is an inherent right?
is an inherent right.
Yes. That you're born with.
While you think about that, Thor Rasmussen for 50 DKK. I think those are dicks, 50 dicks.
DKK is Donkey Kong dollars.
Oh, I thought it was dicks. I like dicks better.
My dad just threw a mic cover on.
Flat
sure
Derp, you
you
need
do.
to cut. You need to clip that now. Now.
So okay, so let me
Hang on a
make
second.
let me
hang on a
make my
second.
argument
wait,
for it
wait,
first,
wait,
and
wait.
then
I've
you
got to
see my
read this
position.
super chat. Thor Rasmussen for 50 Donkey Kong dollars, whatever. Tell Team Skeptic to learn Mexican
My dad threw it
Whistler
at me.
by Roger Whittaker. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you. I'll make use of this later.
So, all right. So, JL, this
Yes.
was my argument. Okay, is that we have rights. Every right that we have is something that we're born with, right? So, when you're born, you have the right to kill. Okay. Let's say, for instance, you were born completely with complete cognition and everything. You're born at 25 years old, and the only thing in a room is another human being,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and the only instinct you have is to eat. You must eat, even whether you've been alive for 25 years and know it, or whether you were born into a 25-year-old body with 25-year-old cognition. You still know that there is a need to eat, and eventually you're either going to have to kill the person in front of you and eat them to save your own life, or you're going to die. So, and this has happened. We've seen instances where survival, like groups of people have been put in survival situations where they turn to cannibalism in an effort to remain alive, and you don't blame those people typically. You say, well, it's a matter of survival, and this is why we excuse it. Now, morally, I'll agree with you; it's 100% wrong, and ethically, it's 100% wrong. And only in extreme environments in society would that even be remotely accepted. But the fact of the matter is that if these rules in society did not exist, and society itself did not exist, if we were all truly one-man anarchical societies, then there would be no benefit to being, sociable with other people. There would be no benefit to not killing your neighbor and taking his resources at your will. So I believe that to be a right that you're born with, that's taken away by the government, is taken away by organized society. So I believe it to be a right. Like the discussion was about First Amendment rights and the right to freedom of speech. And I was saying that I believe freedom of speech and freedom of expression are inherent. You should be allowed to do that. There's no way the government can control what I think, right? So the idea of the government is to consistently write laws that remove those, that take those
Good
rights
night,
away
Team
from us,
Skeptic.
that limit those rights, because we start with the unlimited right to freedom of speech, and then next thing you know, we have limitations like yelling fire in a theater.
Right.
No, excuse the use of that, because that's been kind of misinterpreted. But the idea of what it represents is, the idea that you can't incite violence, or you can't
Or
incite
panic, yeah,
riots
panic,
and
yeah.
panic where people can lose their life or get hurt. That's not protected speech. However, you can say it, right? I mean, you can walk outside right now and yell fire in a theater. You
Okay.
can say go kill this person, and you can incite violence. You can do that. It's against the law. Society will put you in jail for it and will punish you for doing that. But you
depending upon
can
the
do
society,
it.
Yeah. So okay. So the big
Good night, everybody. I've got to put kids to bed.
All right. Good night.
so
Look, hang on a second. Before we dive into this, I know JL really wants to answer this question.
yeah. Well, there's one question we need to clarify. We'll get through that, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
no.
JL gets dessert.
JL will get dessert. He will get the dessert.
you.
Before we get there, Edison Carter says there's the Smarter Everyday channel has a whistle lesson from Coast Guard members. Try that. And then I had another one. Hang on a second. So fucking sleepy, who's been a member of the plot hole crew for 6 months, says I'll send some food stop money soon. Thank you so much. I appreciate your continued support. And here's what I'm going to say about this philosophical question. My goodness, what the fuck happened? We have derailed. We're over here trying to have a good time.
It was my
it's
discussion at
intriguing.
Modern Day Debates. The guy said that that killing someone or something is not a right that's given to us at birth. And I disagreed with that, and I wanted to know what JL's opinion on that was.
Okay, so there's a really, really important clarification that you have to make, and that is, so because it depends upon where you're coming from. If you're coming from a sociological, from like the perspective of society, you're going to get to one conclusion. But if you're coming from the just like being a human being,
Yes.
Okay.
No society involved.
no society,
remove
no
society,
culture, no nothing. So remove all the constraints.
Yeah, remove the
Then-
stigma, the cultural stigma.
Okay, then the
that,
question
that
becomes:
comes along with
if
that.
there is no society to determine what is right and what rights you have and don't have, do you have rights? So
Right,
that's
now-
the problem. So
and-
there's a difference between rights and capacity. So are you capable of doing a thing, or can you do this action, or is there something impeding that action in and of itself?
Right.
And
Right, which is
so-
government, right? Which
Oh,
is the
yeah, but-
society and government and the forming societies and whatnot.
Right,
Because
so-
36th District Court makes a good point. He says it's better to work with your neighbor than to take his stuff for life. We're stronger together as a species. But that's not the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is that we are born with this right.
Okay.
We have this right because if you say you do not have that right, then what you're saying is that if I get put into a situation where it's life or death and it's cannibalism for one of two people, and then it's not a right, a given right that you were given from birth, then that would mean both people would starve because neither one of them would have the right to kill each other and for the purpose of survival.
Okay, so that's the whole big thing is a right to do something equivalent to the capacity to do it or the ability to do it.
Right.
So essentially without society, without government like this, you essentially have to the best description of our ability, you have libertarian free will. Like you could do whatever you want, and because there's no one to stop you or declare that what you're doing is wrong in and of itself. I'm a moral relativist, so morality in and of itself is a combination of what you personally believe and the society that you choose to belong to. So societies themselves will create moral frameworks, and that's where we get our laws and our rules and the various stuff that we live by. You remove all of that, then you're asking yourself, are you born with a right? Okay, so you say yes. So my curiosity is, you're born in no society, no civilization, no nothing. You say you're born with a right. Who declared that to be a right? And that's the big question.
Right.
So
Well, who declares it to be a right that a lion can kill an animal in the Serengeti for food?
But it's not.
But that's it's a little the problem
So
that you're
I
running
think
into.
the
is-
idea is that I think
analogous,
everybody's
is the
trying to take what I'm saying and apply it to society. I'm saying remove
That's
the whole
what I'm
idea from
doing. That's what I'm
society.
doing.
Well, hang
So-
on a second.
Yeah.
But that's the problem with the argument. The argument there is dependent upon a societal
Right.
definition of what is and is not a right. If you don't have society, then there is nothing to determine what is or is not a right. Now, we're talking about capacity versus what society says we can and can't do. Your philosophical question is dependent on a society.
Right. So
No,
an
it's
individual.
not.
You either have the capacity to do something or you have the right to do something. You may be conflating those two terms
hang on
because
a second.
you have
Y'all, everybody's missing the point I'm trying to make. You had the right to, at certain times, even before there was society, you had the right to live and to the freedom to a thought and expression. That was still your right, even if it wasn't defined as a right. Even if you
No,
want
we
to call it
define it as a
capacity,
right
I believe
now.
it's still to be your inherent right.
No,
It's
we-
something that you're given that you just can't do, that nobody can tell you can't do.
Well, hang on a second, really quick. Some old dude for $5 says, "Nah, only kings have rights. You are just a bunch of rebels." Thank you for that $5.
And I'm not saying look, I don't want anybody to think I'm being super cynical or anything, because I'm not into believing it like this. I was trying to make a point about the right to the First Amendment and what's important about it. And it's important to maintain as much freedom of that First Amendment as we can without having, I said like this, like, why do we have charges like murder in society? Okay, that's the start. Why do we have murder? Why is murder a charge in society? Because somebody killed somebody in the past, right? And we said, yeah, we shouldn't let that happen. Let's go ahead and set a law and make a law. That's how it all.
Okay, now you're getting into references to evolutionary game theory. So evolutionary game theory.
what?
You're familiar with the concept of evolutionary game theory?
Yeah. Well, no. Okay. So hold on.
Well,
Let
no,
me-
this is a really, really broad topic, but and we can go off on that discussing like,
Okay.
what you can
Go
do
ahead.
within a society or within the frameworks of this. But the problem is that I'm working from your situation, from what you've established. There is no society, there is no ground, there's no nothing. There's literally just nature. So it's just the planet in and of itself, and you're walking about it. That's it. There's no structure, there's no moral frameworks. It's just you interpreting your environment, everything around you. So, given this situation, it's going to be really important how you define what a right is. So, rights can be bestowed by a governing body, rights can be taken away by that governing body, and it can be declared what you have the right to do within the societal framework and without. But when you don't have that, and I can literally do anything, and the only measure of consequence comes from myself or from the other people around me interpreting my actions, and they don't know my motives and all this other stuff. So, because there's no systems. Without these systems, you have the capacity, the capability to do whatever you want, to do anything. But that also means that everyone else around you has the capability to do everything they want.
Right.
Now,
Correct.
do you inherently have the right to do that? You're saying that people are born with these, but the problem is to say that something is a right, determining what a right is because a society existed to say
I'm
what
just
was
getting
right.
it. Okay, so I'm just getting
Yeah.
getting the words mixed up. But let me rephrase it and say every time I said right, say capacity. So the government's removing our capacity to speak freely, even though we were born with the original capacity to say anything we want at any time.
This is where this gets problematic, because even though that we have certain rules on what we can and can't say, it doesn't remove the capacity, right? Like, we can sit there and say, JL, you cannot say this word and this word without repercussion.
Yeah, they declared that there is a system of consequences for my ability to act in any capacity I want to.
Right.
So they haven't taken away my capacity. I can still do it, but there's problems for that. And the capacities that they allow me to do, the capacities they say I can engage in, like the things I can do that have no consequence, these are my rights.
Yeah,
so that's why they're secured. They're granted
so that's
and
where I
secured
was
by the
getting it
government.
wrong. I should have been using the words capacity when making the argument instead of the word right.
That's what it sounded
But
like
I was trying to use the example to speak on the government's reduction of the capacity to say what we'd like to say consequence free. So, I guess that's how I should have posed the question. I didn't understand why they believed me to be wrong when I believed myself to be right. And so now you make a good point. And
So
I'm okay with saying that as good as you sound, you're still wrong. I'm okay with saying that. So.
I think if I wasn't listening to it at the time, so you're bringing this to me after the fact. But just by going by what you've said, I think the two of you were just talking past one another, and that's something that I've run into a lot in philosophical conversations, or you're talking about epistemology or ontology or justification or what truth is and philosophy of truth and stuff, is that these terms are very context dependent, and they do have like a typical definition, but depending upon where you're utilizing them in the conversation or what you're trying to get across, the context can alter the kind of colloquial meaning that people understand. So I think that he was looking at it from this capacity, and you were looking at it from this one, and you two were just talking past to each other. But I think you were both kind of on the same page. It's just
we were.
It's just a matter of terminology.
Him and I came to agreement at the very end. I mean, we agreed on it. It's just I couldn't understand where I was failing to make my point properly, because I knew that the point was a good point, but I think that the reason why is because he was seeing rights in a different definition than I was seeing it. And looking back on it, I was almost certainly in the wrong. I should have just used, like you said, the word capacity. I should have said, well, because I have the capacity to kill, but I don't have but that capacity is limited by the government.
Right.
The capacity is limited through consequence by the government.
Well,
and
the
then
capacity is limited. The capacity is limited. There are severe consequences if you engage in the act. If you literally said they took away my capability to do it, then that means I am currently living in a state where I could never actually physically do it. I may think it, but I could never physically do the act because there's never anyone near me or I have no weapons. So they took my weapons away. They keep us all socially distanced. This is starting to sound really, really bad. But I can no longer engage in the act of committing that act of unlifing somebody. I can't do that anymore because they've physically taken away my capacity to do it.
Right.
They have that's the scary control. So at this point, you have full capacity and you can do that, but there will be consequence for it. And because that's why we say, there are laws, and then what is legal and what is illegal. We determine those, that you have the right to do these things, and you don't have the right to do them because it's illegal. But you still can. It's not like it's stopping anybody.
Right.
So you can still go about and do it, but pay the penalty. That's
all right. Two things. Angie says, my natural naked human ass that wipes with banana leaves has the right to kill something to keep myself warm, fed, and nourished. I'm going to need to see evidence of this natural naked human ass. Just putting it out there. And
I'm going to
say that some old dude for $10 says, no rights come free of charge. All rights entail responsibilities. If you construct a scenario where you have no responsibilities, you also have no rights. Rights are a social construct. And I would agree with that sentiment. Thank you.
I think I agree better now with that. than I did before.
Yeah, like we were saying that we
Just
have
because
rights
by
as a result.
definition,
The result of that we have rights as a result of there being a society. So
It's
like,
funny.
Yeah.
I know that there's gonna be somebody out there that's so fucking mad at me right now that they just went and unsubbed, and I'm gonna tell that person, don't take life so seriously. You know? Have fun with it, because that's all I'm doing is having fun up
It's
here.
an interesting
And I love
concept.
my
It's
life.
like the idea that some people believe that we are inherently born with these things. That even if you strip society away, and we're all just like running around in nomadic tribes, and not even that, it's just humans walking the earth. That when a new human is born, that we inherently have these rights. And I'm kind of like, okay, well then, to say that we inherently have them, that we're born with them, then someone either gave them to us, or something that someone has. There has been some external figure that has established they have the right to do this. They, you know, that they have these. And I'm asking, who is this external agent that is saying you have the right to do this? Because just like a lion, like you said, the lion and the gazelle. When a lion takes a gazelle, the gazelle has as much a right to survive as the lion does. If you want to talk about these, but who bestowed those rights? And why is it? And then you're looking at the hierarchy there. It's like, well, there isn't. They have the capacity to survive, and each one has equal capacity, but as you know, evolution says, you know, one feeds off of the other one. But remember, kill percentages are never 100%.
Right.
So it all comes down to just the randomness of that, and it seems very cold and
kill percentages.
Like okay, so like
just because every time a cheetah chases a gazelle, he doesn't always catch.
It doesn't
the
always
gazelle.
catch it. Like cheetah's kill percentages are like 20%.
Yeah.
So 80% of what a cheetah goes after, it doesn't catch. So 20% of their prey they actually catch.
Simon says like the future in the movie Demolition Man.
But like hyenas, or no, African wild dogs. African wild dogs have I think an almost 90% success rate. They're ridiculous, and so that's why they're so prolific everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
But
So
yeah.
my whole argument with the whole thing was just like they were talking about with with Demolition Man. Let's say, if no one ever cussed ever in the history of man, in Demolition Man would there be a penalty for saying cuss words? Well, obviously not. Obviously, it started.
You have
with,
been fined one credit.
Yeah. It started out as you say anything, and then it eventually gets to a society like that where the rights have been limited down so much that eventually, like one at a time, they're just picked apart one at a time.
And even
but
beyond that, you can go to equilibrium.
Right.
Where the human emotion is the source of all these terrible things. If we don't feel anything, then there's no need to do any of this stuff. So let's just all take drugs that just wipe out our feelings, and we don't feel shit.
Yeah. Well, my thing is that my argument is that these are never nobody ever just says, let's make a law about murder. I mean, someone had to have killed somebody first for somebody to look back on that event and reflect upon it to go, that's not good for society. Let's make laws against that.
Yes. And what you're talking about now is evolutionary game theory.
Right.
Which is one of the coolest things I've ever learned about. Ostensibly, in game theory, the objective is to win the game. So when you're applying it to evolution and how we developed as a society and the rules that we developed, and when you're in the society, the objective is to win the game, which is to live. So you want the society to survive. So what we figured out very, very early on in our development as Homo sapiens is that we can get more positive results long term with cooperative action. So you can play the game one of two ways. You can play it cooperatively or you can play it selfishly. Those are the two ways to do it. You either work with the group or you work for yourself. And what we discovered is that if the population works cooperatively, then we get long-term positive results for that cooperation. But we also figured out that if people work selfishly, and if everybody works selfishly, you may get positive results in the short term, but in the long term, you'll see large detriment. And if the population is doing it, you'll see detriment to the entire population, and the society will collapse, and everything will fall apart. This reduces your ability to win the game. So we figured this out when we were just nomadic, nomadic bipeds just walking around looking for food, because we realized I found more food. This guy found not enough food. So if I keep all the food for myself, there's no guarantee that I will find food tomorrow, and he may find the food. If I share the food there, I am ensuring my survival tomorrow, because if he finds it, he may share it with me.
Right.
And then we figured this out. And from that very early stage, we realized, oh, if I kill this guy because I'm angry and I just kill him, then his children will starve, or this will happen, or some negative consequence is immediately prevalent. And we realize you can't just do it willy-nilly. You can't just like kill whoever makes you angry. We need to we need to work more cooperatively on this. And so people, and then empathy, evolved sense of empathy goes into this as well. And then when you look at it, eventually we'd have like these nomadic tribes, and because empathy is an evolved feature of our brain, and not everybody feels empathy to the same degrees. Occasionally you get a bad apple, and what did the tribe do with the bad apples? They'd ostracize them, send them out, and it was like, you hurt our society, go away from our society. Well, now we lock them in jails or asylums. Instead, back then, 50,000 years ago, we just leave them in the woods somewhere, and that was pretty much it. But this is how, and from this evolutionary game theory is how we develop our moral frameworks, our societal structure, and from there our rules and our laws and our legal system.
Yep. Some old dude for $10 says, ask yourself why we say some words are dirty and some are clean. You are still engaging in a cultural war between the Normans and their peasants 100 of years later. Yeah? Yeah? Thank you for that $10 super chat, by the way. And then somebody else said, we all lost the game thanks to JL.
Yes.
She looks like the second ghost in the George C. Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas Carol.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he had the big,
the too big of the robe and whatnot, yeah. Ghost of Christmas presents. It works. It works both ways. Wow.
Carol Kane.
She was so funny in that.
So, but yeah, this was really, really interesting stuff. And
really quick, Heat Shield asks for an update. So he should be on plane, and they should have pushed already. They should be in air shortly.
Expected to depart in 11 minutes.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. I don't think he's found an American Taco Bell yet because we haven't heard the rumbly of the tumbly.
Shit, man.
Exactly.
His flight isn't going to get here until 12:30.
What?
His flight's not going to get here till 1:30.
No.
12:30.
12:30.
No, you're looking at Atlanta time.
No. I'm looking at 12:26 CST.
Okay.
God damn, man.
Well, that's why you should have drove out here, had some chili and some street tacos. You could have taken a nap on the old couch over there with the dogs keeping you warm, and then boom.
Since we're having this awesome discussion, I feel it necessary to clarify.
Necessary?
I feel it necessary. Necessary for me to.
Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine?
No. But I do it anyway because it's sterile and I like the taste. So, I was on Irish Demon stream earlier because Irish is coming to Texas, and you guys just reminded me of this. And two things. Do what? What's up?
You said no way.
Go ahead.
Good morning, trans girl.
Yeah, I swear. You are not too old to turn over my knee, young man.
Jeez.
So, I was on Irish's stream, and apparently someone got really, really, really mad at me. Like, really angry with me.
What'd you do?
And they blew up Irish's comments. But they wouldn't talk to me directly. They didn't go to, like, Bridge the Divide and, like, get me. It was like, why did you say this on Irish's stream? They just went to Irish and just bitched about me. They put, like, 3 different comments. It wasn't all one. It was like, oh, I got this to say. Oh, yeah, I want to say this, too.
I want to say some more.
I want to say some more. And essentially, I made I voiced an opinion on Irish's stream, an opinion that team will really disagree with, and that was my opinion, and I voiced an incorrect information. So, the drive times in Texas, I haven't driven them in over 3 decades.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
been a long
I
time.
remember this.
So I was spitballing off of memory, and I was wrong. And I went back and looked. I haven't had a reason to go look up how long that drive is in a long, long time. So I went back and looked it up, and now I familiarized myself with the drive times, going out to El Paso, going out to Texarkana, going up to Amarillo, going down, all, which is weird. All the stuff going south, I was right on. Going everywhere else, I was not right on. Is because
the funny thing is, right, if you were to add the time that you said it took to get from here to Amarillo and then from here to El Paso, because you anything with 18 hours total, you're actually right. but your division was wrong.
My division was wrong. So I was wrong on that, and I corrected it later, and I realized, okay, so I screwed up. I screwed up. I'll familiarize myself with the drive times. Well, I won't make the same mistake again. That was my error, and I voiced an opinion that Whataburger, ever since it was bought by that Chicago company,
Shut up.
that Whataburger sucks now.
It's Whataburger, but whatever.
So it used to be like Whataburger. It used to be like that. Now it's just like Whataburger, and I really enjoyed it. And the reason I base that because Whataburger,
You motherfuckers act like just because Chicago company bought these sons of bitches that all of a sudden they changed every fucking thing about the way they make a burger.
You motherfuckers, my ass. I love that place.
Oh, like I said,
still love that
team
place.
will disagree. No, so I love the A1 thick and hearty. Okay,
Yeah, you nasty son of a bitch.
But,
Huh?
hey, there's nothing wrong with the A1 thick and hearty.
Wait, do what, team?
He said you were nasty.
Nasty.
I like the
son
A1 thick and hearty.
of
I like the A1 thick and hearty. I like the patty melt that they do. I also like their chicken sandwich. So I would go in there and of course taquitos. Come on, we all had those years. 3 a.m.
Come on,
getting
now.
taquitos. Come on, son. But unfortunately, after the change, I noticed a decline in the quality of their ingredients, and I'm thinking it's because the distribution network is changed. I speculated as to what might be the reasons, considering I worked at Whataburger for almost 2 years on the graveyard shift as I put myself through college the first time. So I was kind of like, I'm familiar with the company. And I'm familiar with where their distribution routes are. I'm familiar with where they get their ingredients and the farms that they source their products from. I'm aware of this stuff. Something has changed. These things are usually all timed out. They don't want the stuff frozen for too long coming in. You don't want it refrigerated for too long coming in. You want it. They have these source times down. When they change the company, that company bought them out. There's going to be changes there. Those changes in either distribution routes or distribution centers or the farms that you source from, the quality of the soil, whatever. Something changed the quality of the ingredients. The lettuce didn't hit like it used to. The tomatoes don't hit like they used to. The onions don't hit like they used to. And the quality declined.
Them French fries, but the French fries are still the shit, and they even taste good when you put them in through your top hole too.
I prefer Wendy's fries, but that's just me because they use sea salt instead of just Morton table salt. So
You
nonetheless, the quality, in my opinion, freaking opinion,
You're allowed to have your own opinion, yes.
And this guy got so mad. He was like, "How dare you besmirch the Whataburger or the In-N-Out?"
Let me tell y'all something.
And the
My
In-N-Out
son is
team. You've been to California, right?
yeah.
You've had California In-N-Out.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different than
Yeah.
it is here in Texas.
It is. It really is, yeah.
Bam.
Because they probably source everything differently here.
Yeah.
They
And
probably don't
that-
source it from California.
And
so.
that's what I'm saying. You can't help. He's like, you can't just there's one in Texas, so we're gonna ship it from California to Texas to get the.
That's
no.
different. No. Hold on. Well, I can see a Whataburger outside of Texas being different, but inside of Texas, they're still even if a Chicago company bought it, they're still going to be sourcing it from somewhere relatively local just because of price.
Well, no,
Like,
not
they usually-
necessarily, because maybe they have cheaper deals with other things that they own. And they just
but-
spent a whole bunch of money, so you want to shore up your profits on their side. And the best way to do that is to cut corners on what you're spending for the upkeep. That way, you recoup your
Maybe.
expenditure on the company back faster.
Maybe, but you got to think about it this way. If I'm buying a product like Whataburger, and I'm buying it because I know that it's that it has been a winning product since, what,
1950. 1950
yeah.
is when it was, yeah.
I am not going to do much on the food aspect. That's not where I'm going to recoup my money. My money recoup is going to come differently. Either be advertising or staffing, whatever. I'm not going to change a winning recipe. You don't buy a winning recipe and say, fuck this shit. There are other things that you can go about business-wise to change.
This is true.
Yeah, there's some about a Whataburger that no other place does. Just like a Burger Street burger. There's just nothing. To me, that's
Burger
the
Street
best
burger,
fast food.
Burger Street Burger, it's the fact that they never
Watch
clean
your
their
mouth.
It's
Watch
the
your mouth.
You know
I
what?
wouldn't dog on Burger Street.
I'm not dogging on Burger
Yeah,
Street.
Street's
I'm not
good.
dogging on Burger Street. I'm
Alright.
not dogging on them. You guys shut the fuck up. Maybe you hear what I have to say. Then you can judge whether or not I'm dogging
If you
on
had
them.
something important to say, we
When
let you
people
talk.
start talking about Burger Street, I get angry first, and then make sure you're acting right.
I will say
So
this:
go
if you
ahead.
ever come up to Oklahoma, we have a Burger Street style kind of location. It's called Lottaburger, and they are fantastic. It's LOTTA, so it's just Lottaburger. And It's very similar to Burger Street setup. I mean, it's really good. It's the best thing near my house up there. I'm just saying, we have something similar. So
There was this
what I
one
was
place
going to
called
say,
Burger
what I was going to
Box.
say is that
Go ahead.
that Burger Street, what they do is that it's the way they sanitize but not clean their cooking surfaces. They leave them seasoned.
Yeah, that shit tastes so good.
Their jalapeno burger
Super
is so
salty.
good.
Yeah.
Their sliced jalapenos are good there too. But the first place I ate there was this place that so my stepdad used to own a semi-professional soccer team, and so we had some sponsorships. One was from a place called Burger Box for a long time, and it was amazing. It's in Arlington, and I don't think they have them anymore, but oh my
Burger
god,
Box?
man. Yeah, it's like a little
I think so.
it's like a little almost like a Burger Street, kind of like a small little inside sit down, very limited. But then we got a bigger sponsorship from Purdy's Hamburgers. I don't know if you guys remember Purdy's or not.
Yep.
I was in the Purdy's commercial. Purdy's used to have a Nintendo in the back,
Was that the one
so
that they
we'd always
refused to
go
air?
to.
No, that's the one that they're doing like a follow shot, right? And there's that pole.
Oh, okay, right
And
there.
then
It was
right
like,
there, that's
why
where
is it there?
Yeah, there was a pole there.
Okay.
And then apparently Team Skeptic was behind the pole, but he was in the commercial. So did you ever see?
I'm looking up.
You ever see
I'm
like
gonna
that
see if
Monsters Inc. right where
Yeah.
Mike Wachowski keeps that put me on a magazine, but he's always like blocked out. There you go. There's a real life.
Damn, they don't have any Purdy's commercials. The commercial was like Purdy's.
Dude, what if they show it when they're like doing orientation for new employees? And so you have to work there, and they showed it as like an example of like, because it was the wildest thing. You know, when you go to work for QT, for Quick Trip, during their orientation, they have all those videos they show you about like sexual harassment, and, all the orientation videos for the company. I actually saw horror actress Lar Park Lincoln did one of the sexual harassment when she was like
That's hilarious.
she was in. I was like, I know her because she was like the girl in the dressing room where he was like, the guy was encroaching. Hey, can I help you? He was like, leave me alone. And it was
funny.
like, I know who that is.
So a trans girl asks a very important question. How many burgers does the U.S. have? Are you people eating nothing else? We have all the burgers.
All the burgers.
All of the burgers, okay? One of the best burgers I've ever had was from the Rodeo Goat. Not the one in Dallas, not that new one. The original one in Fort Worth. Keith Grover, you know Keith.
Yes.
He was the executive chef who opened that restaurant.
Nice.
He's the one who designed all of their burgers, right? He's the one who wrote that menu. And he had a burger on there called the Hot Bastard. I've told you this story before.
Yes.
And it was so hilarious because he calls up our buddy Ty and says, hey, come down here and have this burger. Ty calls me up and says, hey, burgers, go check it out. So sweet, we're going to go check out this burger. We get down there and he's like super proud, hot bastard, right? Because he's got, it's super hot, right? He puts these burgers, he makes them, whatever, puts them on. And we eat them. And they're delicious. Fucking amazing, right? It's a ribeye, it's ground ribeye. You know what I mean? Everything is made in-house with the exception of the pickled jalapenos. And he says it's because nobody can tell the difference between pickled and fresh jalapenos. When, like, pickling their own versus bringing them pickled in. Because somebody tell the difference is not a big deal. So, but everything else, like the fries, they grew their own potatoes. They in-house. Everything's done in-house. So we eat these burgers. They're delicious. He comes out. He's like, hey, man, so yeah, how good were those burgers? We're like, dude, they're fucking great. And he goes, good and hot, right? And we're like, he was fucking devastated.
Because the jalapenos didn't pop.
Because, well, it didn't have jalapenos on it. It had habanero, right? It had habanero cheese, habanero jack cheese, right? And it also had slices of habanero on there. He was like super, like, oh yeah, I got him. I got these guys. It was a super hot burger, and we ate it. It was spicy, but it wasn't like, oh my god. And he fucking, like, you could see, like, he was so proud of himself when he came out, and then we were like, it's okay. It's just like the color left his face. And he was instantly defeated. He his body he was all.
He threw his hat away, ripped off his apron, stormed out, was never seen again.
And then he went back and redid the burger. Like he reimagined it to make it hotter because we said it wasn't hot enough.
Now we all have to suffer. For
Exactly.
You.
So yeah, if you've ever been to the rodeo goat and you've had the hot bastard and it's way too hot for you, you're welcome.
I think the best one I ever came across was in California. It was actually in a little mountain town called Julian, California. There was a place that served bison burgers.
Okay.
And that was still to this day, and I think the last time I ate there, I don't even know if the place is still open. I really don't. But the last time we went there, I think was 94 or 93. I was like, maybe it was 1994. But we went out there. We were driving out there to go spend Christmas with the family. Go to Julian, rent a cabin, do the whole kind of like snowy Christmas mountain thing. And one of the places we stopped there to get potato bread because there's a bakery right on the route into that you stop by there. Everyone stops there. It's kind of like the Czech stop.
Yeah,
exactly, like the Czech stop down south. So you stop by there, get some potato bread, and then you go over to, and then they're like in the little kind of like the downtown district area where it's so tiny. They got antique shops and bookstores and all kinds of stuff. They have this bar or this like restaurant that's like the Buffalo something. I can't remember its name, but the Buffalo Burger in there will knock your socks off. To this day, I still remember it's the best thing I've ever eaten.
The flight has been delayed to 11:05, leaving now for the 10:40. So another 25 minutes. That's why the landing time jumped from midnight
This
to
is called the butterfly
12:25.
effect. Team,
Yep.
you started whistling, and that triggered the wind.
Yep.
And the wind
It's all your
blew,
fault.
and then
It's all your fault. Angie says Five Guys isn't that good. Well, Angie, that's probably because it's too much work.
I don't know, man. Like, fast food wise, I just don't see it being better than Burger Street in Dallas. I just don't see it anywhere. Any other joint you say, I'm gonna.
Have you
be
been?
like,
Have you been to the Rodeo Goat?
To where?
Have you been to the Rodeo Goat?
Keller's is pretty damn good.
Rodeo Goat. Keller's is all right.
Keller's
I don't know if I've been to the Rodeo Goat.
All right. When the next time you've got a
Is it a fast food restaurant?
No.
Because Keller's isn't fast. Okay, so
No,
I'm
it's
talking
not
about
fast
fast
food.
food.
Keller's is fast food.
So
Is Keller's fast food?
Keller's fast food. It's like a drive up and park. It's like a Sonic.
well, okay, yeah, but that's the
Okay.
one. It's that's
That's
one.
one over off Northwest Highway, right?
Yeah, but that's one. The other ones, like the one in Addison, is sit down. The one in Plano
Oh.
is sit down.
The one that my dad always took me to after we got off work, when we were working at the same truck yard, we'd always on the way home we'd stop by Keller's, and that was the one we always stopped. It was one I was familiar with. Is we'd hit there because you could just park, and then you'd have like the MCs would be all over
Yeah.
the place with their bikes everywhere, and
Oh, yeah.
those burgers were great. Maybe it's because maybe it's a great after
No, they
work
they
burger.
were.
Yeah.
No, they serve good burgers there, but it's to me it just isn't fast food. Like I'm saying, just one where you have like an actual drive-through where you pull up, order, and within 5 minutes they're handing you the food as you drive off.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really classify Keller's as that, even though the one on Northwest Highway is kind of like a Sonic, and
They're
I would
pretty
still
quick, though. I
classify
mean, they're pretty
Sonic
quick.
as. Yeah, but Keller's is amazing. I love their
Keller's
burgers.
is really good.
Yeah.
They used to have a deal. I can't remember what their deal used to be. It used to be like $1 hamburgers at lunch, and I think they were quarter-pound burgers. I don't think it was anything special in it, but I think they were like $1 a piece or $1.50. God, the good days. Now we pay $5 for hamburgers, but we also have, 1 gigabyte internet speed.
That's
so-
true. We got to think about the good with the bad. I remember when this place. You remember Division 1, right? Team.
That sounds really familiar.
It's up right off Division Street, but in Arlington. But I remember when they would have 25-cent draft beer night. It was Wednesday night. Why do I remember this? I don't fucking know, because
He'd empty the kegs. Just
we would walk in there. I would walk in with $20. I would give $10 to the bartender, and then the other $10 was my beer.
Well, did you ever go to Sherlock's?
Yeah,
I
of
think
course.
on Monday night, Sherlock's used to do $2 crown and down.
Oh yeah.
So we'd go in there and do royal fucks all night long, and I would literally just be like, just keep them coming, don't stop, and just keep a good tab on them. I'll take care of you at the end of the night, I promise. I always tipped them really well. They always took care of us there. Like, we were pretty known inside of the Addison Sherlocks because we'd go there like I want to say it was Monday night when they did $2
Probably.
Crown and Down.
Probably.
But we'd go there every single week. We'd be there to for that night.
See, for me, it was the Flying Saucer on Monday nights.
I like Flying Saucer.
They had 250 pint nights, and of course, I was doing like the Ring of Honor or whatever. You know what I mean? If you have all the different beers and whatnot, they put your plate up there. I think I had like 5 plates. But Monday night we'd go there, 250 pint night. I would go there because I worked at the Guitar Center in Arlington, and there was that Flying Saucer right across 30. So I would get off work, go right over there, and then stay out there until they closed, and then bad times. But that was stupid shit when I was a kid. But those were cool. Like little things like that were pretty cool.
I think it was the one over. You said the one over in Addison.
No, it was in Arlington.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm familiar with the one that was over in Addison. That one shut down.
They all shut down.
The whole company died.
He's taxiing for takeoff, but now he's not gonna get here till 12:31.
That's only in
Just keeps
2 hours.
going up.
No big deal.
It keeps going up.
You won't be home until 2 o'clock in the morning. Just
I was supposed to be home already from your house.
Yeah, I know. You should have came. You should have come over. At least you'd have had a full belly of
That's
food.
right.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, so that pub that I couldn't remember that I got arrested out
The
front
Fillmore.
Of, was the Fillmore pub. It was an Irish pub, and their St. Patty's is pretty damn amazing. This is off of the burger thing, but as far as like excellent food and drinks, because we would do that every St. Patty's Day, was go down to the Fillmore, grab a table, and just hold that table pretty much all day. And it's just like endless soda bread, fish and chips, and Irish car bombs all day long.
That's funny, Heat Shield. Unfortunately, I can't share it because of the way that I'm running the stream tonight. But that's
What are you trying to share?
hilarious. Your commercial.
My commercial?
Your Purdy's commercial. It's not really your commercial, but
Oh, damn!
Show
I
me.
want to see it.
Did he send you a picture?
it's a video. I'll
I think I have my first ever media experience saved somewhere. It was when I was in 3rd grade. They were like, it was like, I guess it had gone through like a real rainy season. So the newspaper came down and was like, let's find the most pathetic looking child here. Have him lean up against the glass and just make the saddest face he can about the
Little
day.
urchin, come here, urchin. I'll give you this candy bar if you say these lines.
They walked in the lunchroom and said, him. That guy.
that one.
That kid looks like nobody likes him, and the rain is his fault.
Team
We're
looked up
putting
like a
him
child about
on
to be
the
adopted.
in the newspaper.
It's me. It's me. I've never had this candy bar before, sir. Thank you, sir. It was a Kit Kat, and they gave him the left one, and he kept the other 3. I'll save these for later. I shall cherish.
I didn't make
Why-
a
why-
goddamn
why is he
even a
turning
fucking
into-
Kit Kat
Why is he
bar off
turning
my
into
likeness.
Dobby?
I have no
It's
idea.
like,
A sock.
Dobby be on TV?
Master presented with Dobby with clothes. It kind of looks like, does look like
He
you.
does kind of look like a Dobby, doesn't he?
Yeah, you look like a Dobby.
I
Team
think we
Skeptic.
started a new thing.
think so.
Team Skeptic is Dobby.
Yep. Dobby Skeptic.
So whenever so I got to give him a stock when I see him.
Man.
I'm hungry.
Two pots of fucking chili.
And the spicy stuff is
Get out there
fantastic.
to eat it.
Just
I'll be out there
drive.
to
You'll
eat
be
it.
here in 45 minutes. You're gonna come out here anyway.
I know, man.
You may
but
as well just
now
pop
I'm
out, get
just, like,
something to
don't
eat,
even wanna
crash
do all
here,
the
and then when
extra-
he's ready,
I
go and
know,
pick him
but
up.
that would just require extra driving right now, and I'm so tired. I don't even want
Extra
It's
driving?
technically not extra driving. You're coming here anyway.
Well, I'm coming close to there, but it'd still be extra driving, and
Yeah, it's an extra 5, maybe 10 minutes.
No, because if you drive from your place to DFW to here, it's exactly the same as if you drove from here to DFW to here. You're taking the leg and putting it somewhere else. It's just literally it's the same.
the stanky leg.
Stank leg. Jeez. Please, sir, may I have some more?
So because it's an older story, I know people people probably forgotten, but I will run. So we were doing Week in Horror
Yep.
So it was Wednesday night. We're doing the thing where and Angela was trying. I guess she messaged me that she was good. That she was hungry. She was gonna eat something, and so she really loves these frozen burritos. His chimichangas from Monterey.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
They're easy to cook, and
You can buy a fucking box of them for like $5.
So
and
she's like, I don't want to
$100.
go anywhere. I don't want to cook anything. I'm going to eat some burritos. So she put them on. She's like, oh, and then she messaged me, you used all the Chipotle sauce. And I was like, and I did use all the Chipotle sauce.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I did. But she likes to put stuff on there. So she was like, okay. Well, she didn't tell me what she was going to do. So we do the show, and then I come outside, and I'm like, okay, it's a great show, we're fantastic, and she is just shooting daggers at me. And she is so angry. She's like, why did you try to kill me?
Yeah.
And I was like, no. I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, I used the Reaper squeezins, and she gave me one too.
Yep.
I got one too. So, and she apparently took the Reaper squeezins because the Reaper squeezins were in the kitchen and not in my office. So they were sitting in the kitchen, and when I told her that this is the stuff that turned Irish Demons, he said, quote him, turned his ass into a Japanese flag. To quote him, she thought I was being hyperbolic.
No.
She didn't believe me. So I expressed this to her. So she was like, oh, Jared said this is kind of spicy. So she doused.
Wait a minute. So we went from turns his ass into a Japanese flag to translate kind of spicy.
Jared thinks this is kind of spicy. So she douses her Monterey's in the Reaper squeezing like it was friggin' Tabasco. So she was on there and she got like 2 bites in and was like,
that's funny.
and what's hilarious, but I come out and she's sitting in the recliner and she's mad at me. It's like, why did you try to kill me? And I look and I see the plate. The plate is empty. She finished them, despite the agony. She's like, I'm finishing my burrito.
Look, I'm eating this fucking burrito. I don't care.
2 days. I heard about this every time she went to the restroom. Because she would get a look on her face like, and then she'd have to go and sit down.
That's hilarious.
So yes, she doused her Monterey chimichangas in Reaper squeezes. I probably took it from the kitchen and I put it back in my office where it is safe. So I thought you would enjoy that.
That's hilarious. My goodness. Oh man, just douched her fucking.
She was so fucking mad at me when I came out. I was like, what a great.
Wait a minute.
What a great stream this is. What do you mean?
Wait a second.
What?
How could she be mad at you? You're the one who told her, turned a grown man's ass
into a red spot.
Some old dude for $5 says, hey, Johnny-O, any word about your documentary? Not yet. I'm supposed to get, like I said, I'm in Dallas International Film Festival and Oak Cliff Film Festival. And let me get the dates because I always forget. I check them often, but I forget. Here are my submissions. So Oak Cliff Film Festival, I'll know April 29th. Well, I should know by April 29th. And then Dallas Independent Film Festival is March 11th. So hopefully, hopefully we'll get that. You know, at least it would be cool to be selected, especially in, you know, for what's happened, what has transpired over this past week. You know, because you know Cliff and Nicole, they own a portion of the documentary. So it would be awesome if that, you know, we could at least just get shown at Diff or Oak Cliff, you know, let alone, I mean, you know, it'd be cool. Hey, I know it's not Angie doing this, but whoever's doing this with Angie's stuff, I need you to chill out. Let's not do that, man. That's not cool. Let's try and be, Yeah, Angie, I know. I get it. Chill with that shit, man. Whatever issue you're having with whoever it is you're having it with, you can have that on your own time in your own place. Just chill with that shit. That's not cool. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully end of March and April, I'll know. So yeah. Yeah, Angie, you could do that. Yeah. But hopefully, like I said, we'll get that done and dusted, and get back. I'm still, the fucked up thing was I actually started to look at some of the Virginia. Angie, no, don't be sorry. I know what's going on. I get it, right? I understand. I was looking at Virginia film festivals because I wanted to, put it out there. That way they could all see it on the big screen. But if they get. If they could put it up, I was hoping that Cliff could see it, but still going to go out there. I was still going to get it out there. I forget. There was another one. There was one that I was looking at that hadn't. Let's see. Maybe it was this one here. I think this is it. Yeah, it's closed. It was the Virginia Film Festival. It's in Charlottesville, and I think they're going to open it. When does it open? I can't remember. I looked at it the other day, and it's not open yet. The entries are closed, and I want to see when. I'm keeping an eye on it, so when that one happens, I can get it in there, and hopefully, 'cause I would like to get out there and visit Virginia for some other reasons. But yeah. What's going on? All right, cool. So yeah, that's the kind of a long answer. And JL had to go feed the tobacco genes or whatever. So you got me just now, just me. So we'll come back here. What is going on? Sorry, 1 second. Angie, it's temporary until you can get that end sorted. Let me know. We'll figure that out here in a bit. But yeah, we gotta, like I said, whatever issues you're having with Angie, just do that shit in your own time, okay? Don't come in here and wreck people's. We're trying to have a good time.
We are having a good time. Who's spoiling a good time?
Somebody is logged in as Angie, and yeah, it's silly, but there we go. Yeah. Brainy Beaver says, "What did I do? What didn't you do, Brainy? What didn't you do?" Eugene will. Oh, that's okay. So here's the funny thing. Wednesday is supposed to be the week in horror. I can do it, but Eugene can't now. He's gonna be on a shoot. I can't do Thursday because I'll be on a plane. So we got to figure out what's going to happen with this show. We can see if we can find somebody to fill in for Eugene Wednesday. JL's just looking at me like, fucking hate your guts, Johnny.
I prepped everything.
Don't get mad at me.
I'm not. I prepped everything in advance. And
don't get mad at me.
The show, I prepped everything in advance. I prepped the scripts.
Yep.
I prepped all the social media. I prepped everything in advance. Everything is scheduled to hit at those times.
Yep.
And you can create the stream. You've got everything you need.
Yep.
So
gotcha.
You're in charge.
Oh, for fuck's
Make
sake.
a decision. Make an executive decision because JL is technically on vacation.
That's true.
because I promised myself for this week when Irish Demon is in town, I was not going to sit here and be all like,
and worry about all that stuff.
the show. I was going to be like, it's all prepped and done. Good.
Yeah.
We haven't missed a week in almost a full 2.5 seasons. We haven't missed a week. So it's about if you decide to bring on someone else to do it. I mean, it's whatever it is, as long as the show gets done. So
Okay. I'll talk to Eugene tomorrow. And Ron, I might be reaching out. We'll see what happens.
I'm back
There he is.
eating some food.
Fuck you. I mean, good.
No, man.
I'm just
I'll-
I'm giving you I'm
I'll
really
make-
I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm just being silly.
I'll make sure I make it out there with Demon though, so you can come check out the house and we can eat some of that chili.
Cool. And he's got a box here from, I think somebody sent him a shirt or something. I got a box here for him.
yeah,
So
I got stuff here for him too.
yeah, JL's got a little black bag, a little sack. Got a big old sack that goes jangle jangle.
It's got my balls.
It's
in
got
it.
balls in it.
I asked about an update. Let me look at it real quick.
All right,
I think
yeah.
he'll dig this. I think he will. Just because, I'm glad it was kind of like a last second. I was like, you know what? I'm in the area. I may as well just pop over here and grab this stuff for him because I didn't know it was delayed, but I didn't know if he was going to be able to get over to the Harley Davidson that's over on the Allen side, over off 121, because he's going to be on your side, and the nearest one over there is actually the Bedford location. And now, team was saying you guys are going down to the Dallas location.
There
We're going down
are
to Garland.
Yeah, there are some good. There's some really good Harley Davidson shops. Like like I said, the one in Fort Worth off of 820 was supposed to be the largest in Texas. Up until I think there's another one. It was actually supposed to be the largest one of the largest in the country. I think they've built some that are bigger since. So that would be kind of cool to check out. If you can fit it in. I know you guys got the itinerary for what's going down is long.
Yeah. So, and I figured, and that's why I figured, so I don't know what they're doing with this, like go see like trucks and stuff or where, but.
That's in Coppell.
Really? You're going all the way to Coppell?
Well, for
That's
team,
right next to where I live.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty close.
Yeah, I'm aware of where you live. I'm thinking about where I am. I was like, oh, that's Coppell.
You don't have to go to that way.
You're gonna be you're staying in Plano, right?
Well, I'm in Plano. I'm in
That's
Plano, like,
right down the street. Coppell and Plano?
Nah, that's like a 30-minute drive.
Well, here in Texas, that's fucking right down the street.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still 30 minutes.
Considering the DFW Metroplex is large enough to fit the state of Connecticut in, that's saying something. So.
Yeah. Okay, look, again, Guy, I'm going to tell you this one time. Chill the fuck out, okay? That's it. Just
Is this whoever
stop.
this person is?
Whoever, yeah. I don't give a fuck about what's going on between you and whoever. Just fucking stop it. Just fucking stop it. Handle your bullshit somewhere else. This is not the place for it. We're here to have a good time. I'm not here to deal with your bullshit. I don't fucking care. Nobody else here cares. You have issues, I can respect that. Go through the appropriate channels to deal with those issues. Doing it all over the internet in a side chat is not how you do this shit. Be a fucking grown-up. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Hey, Zachariah Hooper, good to see you. Zachariah Hooper says, hey there, studs. He must be talking to somebody in the side chat.
Definitely.
Definitely somebody in the side chat, yeah.
There are no Giga Chads here.
My goodness. People trying to get me out of a good mood. I haven't been on YouTube, right? The only thing that I had done on YouTube was the Weekend Horror podcast since Sunday. You know, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't look at I couldn't. I like to. YouTubers, we check our shit, right?
Yes.
Like fucking incessantly. That's just the thing. We're like, oh, boom, but all right. You know what I mean? I couldn't do it, right? Every time I would pull up my phone, because it was one of the. I always looking for Schrodinger's releases. That was a huge thing, right? Always wanted to watch, and interact, and then put out my stuff because Schrodinger was always going to be there, or Mrs. Cat was always going to be there, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't fucking pull my phone out and get on the phone. I couldn't do YouTube. I just completely stayed away from it. Like whenever we were doing the Weekend Horror podcast, I was only in StreamYards. I wasn't in the YouTube stuff, and I couldn't, I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? And I knew there would be just so many people putting out their tributes and videos and whatnot. Not that there's anything wrong with that, nothing wrong with that at all. I couldn't handle it. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't sit there and like look at all this stuff thinking about, thinking about what had happened. And real talk here, this shit fucking scared the shit. I have never been afraid of not waking up in my life. Never, right? Never been afraid of that shit. And when people were saying, well, hey, it could have been this and it could have been that, in my head, I'm thinking, well, I've got this and I've got that. These are things that I deal with on a regular basis. I've got sleep apnea where my wife has had to like wake me up because she thought I was dead, right? Shit like that. And then when whatever happened, again, I don't know what happened. I want to put that out there right now. I have no idea what happened. Mrs. Cat has not shared that information with me. It's not something I'm concerned about, but it was a speculation that was happening, like live streams and all that stuff, and it just really hit me, really got me. You know what I mean? There were like, I haven't really slept. Like that first night, Sunday night, I didn't go to bed until probably 2-3 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning. And even still, I couldn't, like I was so fucking afraid of having a heart attack in my sleep that anytime, the fucked up thing is I've got pinched nerve in my neck, and it picked that night to really flare up. And I was having numbness in my arms and pains under my, all of the like telltale signs that you could be having a heart attack, right? With the exception of shortness of breath and the sweats and all that. I knew what it was. I knew I wasn't having one, right? Like
you just didn't have to poop.
Exactly. Intellectually, I knew I wasn't having a heart attack, but it was the fact that had just happened, and I was having those symptoms, and I couldn't fucking sleep.
I tell you, of all the, I don't know. It may sound morbid in that respect, and and you had a far greater and more established working relationship with Schrodinger via the documentary and getting to know him, and I knew of his channel and I was subbed, and then I'd only gotten to work with him the once via the SC Toon Show, and he moderated the debate that I was in, and it was just I got to meet him, and of course before the debate, after the debate, we just sat around and shot the shit for a while. It's just such a really freaking cool dude. But as far as first impressions go, it was just he got me. I was like, I can't wait to do this again. I can't wait to be on here with MC Toon and with SC again. I thought it was just gonna be a blast. And unfortunately, sometimes life is shorter for some than others. And I'm sitting there thinking about it. I was like, of all the ways that you could go, think about the way like my own father went. And maybe my father had AVS, arterial ventricular sclerosis, and he pretty much was he was at work and he was working and then he was just gone.
Right.
And I was thinking, it was like that, in that moment beforehand, like the fear and the scariness and stuff like that, and then thinking that Schrodinger didn't have to deal with any of that. That if it was in sleep, I don't want to speculate like this, but in your sleep, I couldn't think of a better way to go. I know it's for some people it may be scary like this, but you look at the reality of what it is, and it was like, man.
Well, okay, so let me qualify this really quick. Dave Saranick for 20 Canadian. No message. If you have a message, at me and I'll read it out. But I do greatly appreciate that super chat.
Hey, I'm gonna I'm gonna step out of here. My brother just got home, and I need to chat with him for a minute. before
Okay,
I go
do your
grab
thing.
Demon,
He's late on the rant.
thanks for having me on, and
Of course.
we'll get Demon out there in the next day or so. Whenever you have some free time,
Yeah,
we'll work around your schedule.
we'll make it happen.
JL.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow, I'll go do what I got to do with him and get done with it early. What are your plans for tomorrow with him?
I'm gonna do what I do with
See
him.
what I do with him, boy. Mm-hmm.
Done with
thought
him
this,
early too. Shit.
Honestly,
Toss him
I
out.
getting done early.
Compost.
I honestly thought it was going to be kind of like a group thing, like all of us. But
Yeah, no,
I didn't
yeah.
have
What do you have
individual-
planned?
I didn't have individual plans. I know that that he was wanting to go up to Bowie. And
How far away is that?
That's
it's like an hour and a half,
No, Bowie, Texas.
2 hours. It's not that terribly far,
It's not bad. I mean, it's a day drive.
especially from here.
Yeah.
From here, it's not bad. It's a day trip, is what it is.
Yeah.
And I know he wanted to go up there because he wants to see the world's largest Bowie knife. So he wants to go up and see the world's largest Bowie knife in Bowie, Texas, and do the whole picture, the touristy picture thing. Maybe even find his Amarillo sign that he wants a picture of. But I figured that was going to be a day trip, and I figured that was going to be the 4 or possibly 5 of us. I wasn't sure how many people were there or
Yeah.
were coming, but
Is he wanting to go beyond Bowie to go get a picture with the Amarillo sign? Because I don't know if there'll be an Amarillo sign before Wichita Falls.
that's a good point. See that I'm not 100% sure of. I just know that Bowie was in the cards, and it was pretty much going to be a day trip. That we were going to start out, we were going to go up there and I guess see what happens, and at some point we were going to head back to DFW. And then obviously we were going to go to some restaurant. So if we decided on a steak restaurant, we were going to go there. So we could sit down in a legit Texas steak restaurant.
Oh man, you know where we ought to take him is Southern Junction. That's a legit Texas steak restaurant where you cook your own steak. Got fucking line dancing,
Yeah, you know what I gotta
square
say?
dancing.
Fuck that shit. If I'm spending that kind of money on a steak and I gotta cook that motherfucker, kiss
That's not
my
that.
ass.
It's
You
not
think
that
I
expensive.
mean, you've got Texas Land, you got Texas LNC,
Yeah.
and you've got Love and War. And there's a few. There's
a lot of good
Yeah, there's a
places.
few places we could go. It's just I didn't know what we had decided upon. And Johnny assured me that when you get down here, that we're going to decide when you get down here. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
So anyway,
I'm looking forward to the trek to Bowie because I would like to see that big knife myself, and and I need a new Bowie knife. I really do. I need a new one, so if I can pick one up in Bowie, then that'd be great.
better place in. Dave Saranick says, "Alms for the poor." Grinning, squinting face, thumbs up. Thank you very much.
Well, we'll figure it all out. We don't have to do Harley Davidson tomorrow. I'm just going to take him down to my dad's shop and show him the 4-wheel parts, like the 4-wheel trucks that are all souped up and jacked up. So he works for 4-wheel parts, so I can get access to the installation bin or installation stalls and all that.
Oh yeah, that is kind of cool. Yeah.
Ain't nothing like seeing a $10,000 truck with $60,000 worth of lift equipment on it.
Like for example, if you go and do that with him, then what do you plan on doing for lunch? Are you just? Because I figured
I was
that
just gonna grab something to eat.
A particular place somewhere you can sit down if you're planning on grabbing
He wants some he wants different fast food. He wants different foods that are unique to here. So we have Whataburger,
Says
Wendy's
calf
that he asked
fries,
for,
Rocky Mountain oysters.
In-N-Out. He asked for In-N-Out. But what else did you say, Johnny?
I was being silly talking about calf fries and Rocky Mountain oysters.
Oh yeah, right. He wants to go to a Taco Bell.
No, he
But-
doesn't. He thinks he does.
Yeah, that's what I say. Take him
to
that's
Taco
not
Casa.
really- That's what I said. Gas station tacos, bro.
No,
You can do that too.
would
yeah.
you classify Taco Casa as gas station tacos?
No,
Do they have taco casas in gas stations?
that's true. That's true.
Is it
Oh, fucking hell! You do have to bring him over here tomorrow because I have to take him to get ready for this. I have to take him to Busey's.
What's that?
Bucky's. I got to take him to Bucky's.
Oh, Bucky's, yeah.
You're not going to
Yeah.
Bucky's without me.
Well, then you better bring your ass over.
What time?
Well,
Because
it
he's
depends
got
on
him in
what
the
time.
morning.
When you come
so
back from
when's my
from
time
Bowie?
with Irish Demon? Share the link.
Just let me know. I've got to be. I've got to.
No, you can. We can make that stop on the way back from Bowie.
That's true.
That's true. Can we hit the one with Melissa?
You
Or
get-
is there another one?
Well, if so, it depends on which way you're
Then-
going. So there's there's one literally like a mile away from my
yeah,
house.
let's just hit that. We can hit it going there. We can hit it on the way back or whatever
Yeah.
you guys want to do. So, but yeah, if you're going to Buc-ee's, I'm going.
That's a gas station worth fucking dining at in a suit and tie. They got
We're going to Buc-ee's.
deer sausage. Deer sausage in a cup with a lid on it with pretzels in the lid, with a complimentary toothpick so you don't have to
Okay,
get your
the
fingers
way
greasy.
he describes it, it doesn't.
Sounds awful,
It
but
sounds awful, but it actually.
Anybody
isn't.
that knows Buc-ee's knows what the fuck
Yeah,
I'm
right.
talking
Exactly.
about.
Oh,
Shit's
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
good.
Absolutely. It's like okay when there used to be a place called what was it? Oh crap. Okay, for my birthday, Angela
have a go on, trans girl. Good to see you.
took me out to this place called like the Smash or something. Anyway, it's a place where you go and you can smash stuff. So you pay for an hour. No, it's 30 minutes. 30 minutes. You pay for 30 minutes. They deck you out in safety gear.
Right.
And you pick 2 weapons. I picked a sledgehammer and I picked an aluminum baseball bat. And you go into a garage and you just destroy you just destroy shit. You can choose your own music. So I brought in, threw in some Ride the Lightning, cranked that up. It was like, oh, I just went to town with she and I together for half an hour. And then that was my birthday present.
There you go.
And I don't even know if the place is still open. But we hit Buc-ee's on the way back from there. And so that was the last time I've been out there. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And you imagine that's their business model. People come in and they smash shit. And you can bring your own shit to smash. And they can set it up for you. They'll like set it up to make it look good.
That's
like they
funny.
had one lady come in and brought all of her wedding china because she just gotten a divorce and it was
There you go, Angie.
and so she set up all her wedding china so she can smash
that
it
shit.
off. They have a car in there. They got television. They got computers. They got everything.
Everything. Brainy Beaver for $2 Canadian says custody of Irish Demon will be determined by the judge. Shit. Don't like my chances.
Team is an unfit guardian.
I want to clarify something.
What?
You're an unfit guardian.
Exactly. You don't listen to
don't
anything
listen to
we
me.
say.
I need to clarify something.
Did you say something?
Yeah, we said go shake your brother down for rent money.
I do need to go do that. Actually.
I was just guessing.
For
I was guessing.
Oh, jeez.
Where's the rent?
Where's the rent, motherfucker? I said I'd get it to you tomorrow.
Where's my money, man? Where's
gotta-
my money?
It's going to be an hour and 15
Alright.
minutes is tomorrow.
I gotta get going, yo. Y'all have a good night.
All right, bro. We'll see you
Chief.
tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.
I'll link up with you tomorrow.
Cool.
JL, one way or another, we'll figure it out later.
Rocking.
Later.
Yes, I got to clarify something, right? So here's the thing. My fear isn't about. I wasn't afraid of the death portion of it, right?
Yeah.
It's the aftermath, right? You know, when you're sitting there and you're listening to someone who's dealing with the grief, like in the moment grief, and then for me, I put myself like, what would my wife do? What would my kids do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that for me, that was where the fear came from, like leaving them in a state. I know it's going to happen, right?
So
there's
there's like fear of something you can't control.
right, yeah, and it's never been a thing for me. It's never been a thing. You know what I
Suddenly,
mean?
it was just a little too
It
real.
was a little too real because Schrodinger wasn't much older than I am. He's my brother's age,
He's only 5 years older than I am.
right? And
5 years is like
yeah,
it's my brother's age.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane to me to think about that kind of thing, right?
Like the difference between me and Schrodinger's the difference between me and my brother.
Right.
My little brother. He's 5 years younger, and I'm kind of like, it's like a 10-year difference. But I was like,
Right. And that's what it hit. It was like it hit really, really hard. I was like, my goodness. You know what I mean? And it's just, it seems kind of funny, but there have been a lot of things that I've been looking at, right? My health, my overall health. I've been looking at getting into better shape simply because I need to. And it was always, well, I got to get this done first, and then I can focus on this. I got this project I get done. I'm going to focus on this. Then I got this. And it was always something that kind of, like compiled on. And then that whole instance happened and whatnot. And then I got hit with a opportunity to join a gym, zero down, like $10 a month. Mm-hmm. So I did. So boom. Now I've got that. Now I just got to take my ass to the gym.
That's what I can't stand.
I don't have a problem. I used to spend, Mrs. Cat, good night. Absolutely. I am looking forward to it. Not for those reasons, but to come out to see you and whatnot and be there. So, yeah, we will see you in a couple of days, actually.
What got me, made it easy for me was when I started, because there was one point when I thought I had a shot at a movie and I decided to get myself in shape, and
right?
Like really hardcore. You see, I think I've shown you the picture of the weight I used to be at.
Yeah.
And this was back in 2012. Thank you so much. And this was back in 2012, and and the reason I was able to do that was because I was living in an apartment.
Right.
And the complex obviously the complex has a gym, and it was a really, really good gym. It was a really good gym. And I was able to, if I was like, oh, time to go to the gym, well, that's cool. I throw on my workout shirt, throw on my shorts, jog over to the gym.
Right.
And it's like 50 feet, and I'm in the gym, and I work out, and then I go, and I'm at home. But now, it's the exact same scenario. Now I've got to get up, I've got to get dressed, I got to pack because when you're just walking from the gym to your home, you don't have to worry about bringing change of clothes. You don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
Now I have to plan. I have to plan. I have to prepare, and I have to go. And it's a thing. It's a whole thing. Otherwise, I just throw on my workout clothes, go to the gym. Now I'm soaking wet with sweat, and now I got to go outside. And it's cold as hell, and I got to get in my car, and I got to drive in my disgusting clothes.
Yeah.
And I have to take care of all. So now going to the gym is a whole process.
But see, for me, I'm fine with it. By the way, Joshua Lee for $5 says, cherish what you have. Everyone, please don't be afraid to set up your final wishes. It really does help. That is absolutely true. Yeah, absolutely true. Thank you for that super chat. $5 super chat, by the way. But for me, I didn't have a problem. I used to spend, before the kids came, I was in a gym 6-7 days a week. On top of going, I played golf 5 to 6 times a week. I was really active. And, of course, I didn't drive. I carried and I walked whenever I would I'd play 18 holes, carried the whole thing, right? So I was always doing something, was always active. I wasn't in great shape, but I was in much better shape than I am now. I was, 70 pounds lighter.
You have 4 kids.
Well, so when we had, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I like I said, I used to be in the gym and weightlifting and all that. I mean, it was 230. I would give anything to be 230 right now. My goodness. 230, holy fuck. Fuck me. And it's just like, man, I got to do it, right? I just have to do it. And then when this whole business happened, that's when I got to, you just got to do it. Stop making excuses. Stop looking for reasons why you can't, and figure out reasons why you can't. Prioritize it. Make it something that, like I needed to get into the doctor for my sleep apnea to make sure that I get this taken care of, because the longer you go without this, or without getting some sort of medical intervention, the harder it is to solve, to sort, to figure out. And these are just things like, I got to do it. I just have to do it because, I don't want to be like, I don't want to be that, that person that doesn't take care of himself like he should. If not for me, for my children, for my wife, you know what I mean? I would like to have great grandkids. I would like to live as long as my grandfather lived. My grandfather was 96 years old. No, he's 93 years old. My great-grandfather was 95. And there's I would like to hit those ages and see great-grandkids, you know what I mean, to experience. My grandfather he grew up, born in the late 20s, saw the not the invention of the automobile, but definitely saw the impact that the automobile had, that television, radio, internet, cell phones, technology. He watched, you know what I mean, the rapid expansion of the world, like what technology did to the world. He saw so many different things. He was in World War II. He saw Korea, Vietnam, all the Operation Desert Storms, all that shit, Grenada, all this. He saw all these things happen. He's some of the most historically significant events in the world he lived through. The Depression. Of course, he's like, well, for us, growing up in, Ajo, Arizona, we were always depressed. So, Skits Crasher for $2 says, hello, Johnny O. Sorry I'm late. No worries. No worries. Thank you for that $2 super chat. I really do appreciate all that. But yeah, that's the thing. You know what I mean? It's like that purpose, that sense of that reminder. You know what I mean? That this is temporary. It could be taken away from people in a second, and the ones that are going to like suffer that consequence, not going to be me. I won't be suffering the consequence of my death. I'll just be dead. It'll be my loved ones. Yeah. I want to make sure and get as much time with them as possible. That way, my father's 72. He'll be 72 this year. You know what I mean? He was premature. Like back in, he was born 1950. He was born, I think, 4 months premature. So the fact that he's alive today is a testament to his own ability to survive. You know what I mean? At any time. And these are things that you start to think about when dealing with these types of these events, especially the sudden ones.
Yeah, I can. It's difficult for me because you come from a fundamentally different position than I do, because I don't have kids, and
that's true. Yeah.
I don't have kids. I don't plan to have any, and there is the other person that is my wife, and of course my friends. The friends that know me like this, but I'm not. I don't have the concerns of having to leave anything to anybody. My wife is independent. My wife is established on her own terms and on her own ground. So losing me, she just loses that half.
Right.
But she still has everything. It's not like the rug would be pulled out from underneath her, because we prepared for in the eventuality that things will eventually happen. And so maybe it's just because I'm shored up and I just don't have. I have a fundamentally different relationship with the world in that respect, just because I don't have those, and so those concerns really don't enter my mind. And
well, look, so it's not about the monetary thing. If I were to pass today, things are taken care of, right? Those affairs are in order when it comes to monetary and whatnot. It's the emotional damage that could cause or create that I don't want to inflict, especially my I got a 7-year-old daughter. I don't want her to have to deal with that at 7 years old. On either side, you know what I mean? I don't want anything to happen to my wife. I don't want anything to happen to myself or any of my kids, right? My father keeps reminding me, hey, I'm XYZ age. I could die at any minute. Like, okay, cool, but you're not allowed to. Point blank period, you're not allowed to until Jocelyn graduates college. So you got to make it another 25. You got to make it to 100, okay? And I know that's not realistic. You know what I mean? Not that it's not realistic, but it's not probable. The odds are not in our favor for that, even with advances in medical technology and whatnot. But it's like, no, you have to wait. You have to wait. I tell my mother the same thing. My mother, her health has been declining, and not because just whatever, these things, you know what I mean? And that's another thing. I'm 42 years old and haven't had to deal with losing a parent. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Sorry, Ava. Well, I didn't mean to bring everybody down. I just wanted to talk about that for a bit, so we could change the subject in a minute. But I don't know, right? I don't know how to. I don't know how to comfort my kids if and when that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've never really been one that was good at dealing with that on an emotional level. You going to bed?
Yeah.
Good night. You gonna take Puppy with you?
He probably won't come with me.
He might.
Hey, Fluff Butt.
He might.
Fluff Butt.
If I give him a treat, he will. We have a routine.
Yep. Give him a treat. He'll go on. Anyway, so yeah, now that I brought the mood down.
Let's get a little intimate tonight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I have to agree because I lost my dad when I was 23, and the relationship I had with him didn't help because we were all but estranged at that point,
Right.
and so that was because there were things unsaid and the various emotional quite possibly that part of that goes into why I've chosen I'm not going to have kids. I'm not going to do it just because I've seen what it can do, and it's just like I said, it's a personal decision. Some people are meant to be parents. Some people are meant to be parents. Some people aren't. And they should, recognize that they aren't meant to be parents. And I think I'm one of those people. So,
well, you'll never get me saying, "Oh, you should do it. You should do it."
Oh, I hear it so often. So many people is like, "Why don't you and Angela have kids yet?" I'm like,
"Because we don't fucking want them."
Are you insane?
Because I got a goldfish.
I have two German shepherds.
Right, that
they're like
counts.
perpetual 3-year-olds
Yeah.
all the time. So, but like the Pope said, that's selfish.
Fuck that guy. Get the fuck out of here. I tell you what, Pope. Take some of that infinite fucking money that you're sitting on.
Fucking 85-year-old virgin who can't drive telling me to have kids.
I mean, we're assuming he's a virgin. We don't know. He could. I'm just saying. Not trying to piss off Catholics out there, because Lord knows I don't need a bunch of Catholics coming after me. I'm just saying.
Because they can do whatever they want, ask for forgiveness at the last minute, and get through.
It's okay. It's
All
okay.
actions justified.
But yeah, come on, man. You want to sit on top of that big old throne of fucking money? It's the largest bank in the world. The largest bank in the
Catholic
world.
Church.
Yes. So yeah, you want to
Only took a few crusades from
you want to divvy up some of that wealth? Cool, we'll have some more kids. But until then, shut the fuck up. Mind your goddamn business.
He was talking about he gave that speech in response to the report that came out that birth rates around the globe are down. People are just not having kids. It's because
Okay, we got 8 billion people here.
It's because people, this generation is upcoming. This generation that should be having kids for the next generation. They're figuring out that the system just does not work.
Well, it's too expensive.
The system is not built to for the next to every generation to pop out a new generation.
Right.
It's not, and they're realizing this because we're going because we've seen several generations that they bring up their kids into and there's no and things just keep getting worse, and so they have lack of education, lack of access to education, lack of resources, lack of opportunity, and we see these things, and the cycle is continuing to it just perpetuates again and again. Why do you think the Gen Xers were so angry?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and why Gen Xers are so angry, and then the millennials get left with that anger of the Gen Xers, and it just keeps going and going. I personally don't like the generational names, but to clarify, this generation currently, the one that's supposed to be having kids, is not having kids. Typically, the millennials, because we've recognized that the system is not built. Well, technically, the system is built that any kids you have, the vast majority of those children in the next generation are just going to be doing what their parents did, and that is being more just future cogs in the machine for the upper class or whatever to make their money off of, because the world needs manual labor for the rich people to stay rich. Now, I'm not trying to be conspiratorial here, but this just happens to be what in America our capitalistic society has come to. Is that the middle class produces menial workers, the upper class produces people, inheritors, and then that's all it is that we produce more workers to make them rich. And people are figuring that out. It's just, wait a minute, why do I have to have kids and spend all my money doing this when I can use my money to my own advantage, and I can invest it, I can build my own company, I can do stuff like this instead of spending it on children. But that makes me competition for them.
Right.
Because if we all start doing it, it's like, no, we're not going to have kids. We're going to focus on ourselves. And so there's no new workers coming up.
Right. But here's the thing, getting back to the original conundrum here, here's the deal. If you want to have kids, have kids. Right? That's a personal decision between you know what I mean? You and your wife, if you want to have kids, or you and your significant other, you want to have kids, all for it. do it. What I hate is that society puts this pressure on.
Just don't idiocracy it. I'm gonna bang all these chicks. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Or delivery man
it. Setting up franchises.
Yeah. It's, you know what I mean? Just the whole societal thing about, well, you know, the nucleus of 2.5 kids and blah, blah. Look, if you want kids, have kids. If you don't.
Yeah.
Stop pressuring people. Let them do their thing.
In fact, the reason you're not having kids is because you don't feel personally that you could provide what they would need to have every opportunity. That's actually decidedly unselfish, in my opinion, because you're not going to bring someone up in an area or bring a person into a situation where you know they're going to be deprived. So to save them that deprivation and to make sure they have every opportunity, then choose not to until you're able to provide that.
Yeah, like I said, again, it's up to you. You know your situation better than I know your situation. So, if you want to have kids, if you don't, more power to you. Some people want to spend their money on them.
I'm gonna get so much hate on my viewpoints.
For what? No. Like I said, no, not at all. I think again, that's what we're here on the plot hole. We are providing a place for sometimes maybe not the most popular of opinions.
True.
But it's we want to nurture a place to have a conversation without having to worry about somebody,
I think my position is if you don't want to have kids, don't.
Yeah, right.
But
exactly.
if you do want to have kids, think really, really hard about it.
As a parent, wait, I gotta get close and serious in this. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
As a parent, I can confirm what JL just said.
Think really, really hard about what you're about to.
Yeah.
Just like when you're on the Texas Giant and you're going up to the top and you see the sign with Wile E. Coyote and he's like, "Are you sure about this?" Just have that in your mind.
Yeah,
have
but
Wile
the problem
Coyote
is
with a sign is like, "Are you sure about this?"
The problem is if we're continuing that analogy, if you're waiting until you're seeing the Wile E. Coyote sign, it's too fucking late.
It's too late because you're already. We're already committed.
We're committed. Fucking. Some old dude for $10 says, if you want to have kids, just pass the minimal genetic requirements and wait until you have established yourself on the off-world colonies. There you go. Thank you for that $10 super chat, by the way. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, you know what? We've been going for over 3 hours. It's time to get out of here so we can have some dessert, maybe some more chili. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Thank you all for hanging out, and I was hoping to get one more update from Demon, but
How many people you got in the chat?
Right now we're right at 100.
100 people. I wonder if any of them are not subscribed to me.
If you're not subscribed to Bridge the Divide, check JL out. I'm not going to tell you to go subscribe to him, but go check him out. And if you like the types of things that he does, he puts on a really good show. I'm serious. Look, one thing that brought JL and I together was your ability. I say his ability, like you're not in the fucking room with me. One thing that brought me, that attracted me to you. Tummy sticks. La, 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 la.
I don't even know if they can see this.
Yeah, they can see it, yeah. Cindy Sue for $10 says, my sister is 57 and never had kids. People used to harass her about it. I told her to tell them she had... Nakomi, they thought she said she had a medical condition, left her alone. It stands for lack of motherly instinct. Yeah, look, and I got to say that women probably feel that societal pressure. Not probably. Women feel that societal pressure far more than men do. So
I wouldn't even dare to speak on it. It's just like it's just from looking at it, it's kind of like I can't because it's. I mean, come on, we can't make them, so it's.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that $10 super chat, by the way. Anyway, but that's one thing that brought me to JL, or gravitated toward JL, was we didn't always have the same opinions or agree on things, and it was cool that we could have these discussions. They could even get a little. Well, I think what happens is JL doesn't like you don't like the fact that I challenge you on certain things, and you'll get like really passionate about it. So sometimes I do it just to get you worked up.
Team does the same thing.
Yeah, right.
And I need to stop taking the bait like a stupid fish in a stocked pond. It's like, gee, I've never been caught before. This couldn't possibly be a hook.
This couldn't possibly
Oh,
be.
goodness, I'm caught again. How could this happen? Oh, I'm free. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, there's it couldn't possibly be again. I just keep doing it.
Yeah. But no, so when we do have our conversations and I do challenge you, it's not necessarily to challenge you to get you like riled up. Sometimes it's to, I'll challenge your position to see how shored up on your position you are. And I think I've helped make you a better debater. Whether you think so or not.
No, I would agree. There's things that I've learned from you, and and predominantly because it was through team that we started working together, and there was stuff that I learned from you, and and by extension the people then from there was Irish Demon and PhD Tony, it's like just how you handle yourself when doing your interview style, doing your debate style, doing the individuals that you speak with, and it did help to improve me because, you helped me to consider the other person more than I used to, and that was really, really important because I used to have just like whatever. I wasn't going into things with the right mentality, and so. Well,
yeah, maybe I think this is just from what our introduction. I think the first thing I saw you on was. It wasn't a flat Earth debate. It was a theism debate.
Yeah, it was either me versus Why You Are an Idiot or me versus Sunny.
Yeah.
On FTFE's channel.
Well, so you versus Sunny, I think it was Why You're an Idiot because that was a little more combative. The Sunny, that guy was just he was. I'm trying to think of the best. He wasn't a jerk at all.
No, he wasn't.
He was really a genuinely nice person to have a discussion with, but the plot hole jail self-confidence is healthy enough to take the beating. That's true. Yeah. But anyway, so all that to be said, the reason why I would say
that's up for debate some days.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it's up for debate.
The reason why I say all this is to go check him out. Check out his style. Even if you don't agree with what JL has to say, it's important to. I find it important to listen, especially to multiple different points of view, just because it helps shape what you know and what you don't know. So,
unless they're absolutely wrong.
This pen is royal blue. All right. You guys have been awesome. I really do appreciate every last one of you. Thank you so much for all the super chats and the channel members and the patrons and subscribers and the viewers and people commenting and all that stuff. I promise to get back to regularly scheduled programming very soon. It's not going to be next week. I'll do a couple of lives next week, but I'll be traveling. Like I said, I'll be leaving for Virginia on Monday, and I'll be back Wednesday, so that'll be fun. And then Thursday we leave for Seattle. So yeah, we'll absolutely gonna have some good times. And you're coming back, right? You're coming back to Fort Worth when we come back from Washington.
No, when I leave.
Yes,
when
you're coming back.
When I leave the state, I'm going back to Oklahoma.
Yeah, I know, but then you're gonna come back when we come back from Seattle.
I wasn't planning on it because I got a week in horror. You're going to be out of town, so I need to be in town.
I know, but you'll come when we come back. You can drive back. We just made decisions for him. Anyway, we're getting out of here. Thank you all so much. Have an awesome day, an awesome night, an awesome morning, whatever it is you need to have awesome of. I love every last one of you. You guys are amazing. We will see you next time. And don't forget, hey, we got live ones. We got live ones over there. He's over there.
I'm over here.
Got live ones. Come on, where you at?
Right here.
Where are your finger guns?
I didn't put them out. I thought you were going to say it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You got to cue it.
There it is. Finger guns, baby.